Hello, I'm Dave, and welcome to Nerd Talk, the Capper Collective, episode number 10. I guess that's what we're calling them. Not really an episode, but the 10th time we've done this. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. And if you haven't, this is a place where we get as many good handicappers, a group of us together, to go over and actually handicap games right in front of your face. We're doing NFL Week 4 today. And yeah, so that's what we do here. We've got Nick from Earl Sports Bets with us. How you doing today, buddy?
Could be better. Apparently the Blue Jays. I bet the Blue Jays today. They turn around, look at me, say "fuck you." Here's 0 hits through 5 innings. So, and I have the Brewers -1 as well. I'm treading lightly on baseball, so we'll see how the Brewers do. But Blue Jays, big thumbs down tonight, and the Mets can't beat bad teams. So,
yeah, I know we've all talked about it. It's hard to stay in the baseball set of mind. I mean, baseball was real good to me this year. I think it was to you guys. You know, people give it a hard time. It really is fun to cap if you can get into it. A lot of football and basketball guys just do it to do it because it's there and there's nothing else, or they tail, or they. But if you really jump into it, it can be real interesting. And if you find your niche and your groove, it's real powerful. I want to go over the record. See, initially when we started this thing, I didn't want to. It wasn't about records, and it's not so much about that as far as competing, but it's just kind of showcasing everyone's ability. And I got coaxed into it, so we're doing it now. That started in episode 3. Episodes 8, we're going to do it weekly now. We're not going to do it episode by episode. I'm going to get all the bets from Wednesday and Friday and post them before the games, which I didn't do this last game. It was during the games. And then afterwards, post the record. This last week, we were right at 500, 19-19. We lost a unit, 1.57 units. But overall, we're doing just dandy, 68-56, 54.84%, and we're up 8.5 units. And, you know, I just thought of this. I probably should have put that up on the screen, but I'm a horrible producer. The point is that we are making money. We came out to a real hot start, and then the past 2 weeks, I liked where a lot of everyone's capping angles came from, but some crazy shit happened. A lot of fourth quarter in the NFL, a lot of fourth quarter covers. Killed me on 3 of my bets, that's for sure. But Circa went 2-3 this weekend. I don't know how you guys did, but I'm 8-7 now, which isn't great, but you know.
yeah, we had the Colts last week. That was our only winner on Circa. So another 1-4 week. We've kind of eliminated ourselves at this point. It's kind of frustrating the way the year has gone so far. It's just one after another, loser. For Circa picks at the very least. I'm convinced they're jinxed. I'm convinced at this point. So it is what it is. We'll be back next year, but we'll hope to just maybe like win a quarter or something, or try to come up in the tops for a quarter and try to get our money back. But
yeah, you're not. I mean, technically, you're not. I mean, here's the deal: the guys that won last year won like 74%.
We're 4-11 to start the year.
What was that?
We're 4-11 to start the year.
Yeah, I mean, well, anything's possible. But here's the deal: the whole point of me saying that is the only guys that are over 70% are those fucking liars on Twitter that don't post their records. You know?
Yeah.
And the guys that won, you know, they got to go on a hot streak, but you can still win a quarter. You can still get the worst. What do they call it? The pooper, whatever.
The booby prize. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe you should try to do that, but you'll probably end up winning.
No, we're like 4 games out for that. So we're not bad enough for the booby prize. We're not even close to good enough for an actual prize. So I think we would have to go 0-5, and some of the offers would have to win like 4 games and stuff. Like it would take a lot for us to win the booby prize this week or this quarter.
I wonder what won the booby prize last year.
I have no idea, but there is a booby for every single quarter as well. That's not our goal, though. That is not our goal.
No. What? How many can't freaking talk. How many places? Payout. How many payouts are there? How far down does it go?
I would have to look.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact number.
Well,
I
cheer
know
up,
I'm not
bud.
remotely close to it.
I mean, I've never been on a team that placed. I've just given picks. I didn't run the team. I didn't do anything. I mean, I'm learning, even doing the freaking app.
Top 100 get paid for the full season.
Top 100.
Yep.
So that's, I mean, there's 5,000 people in it or 4,000 people.
Yeah,
like
you have to be really, really good to place. Yeah. And the 100th place is, it says 11 to 20 or 11th to 100th is $1.3 million total. So I don't know exactly what each of those pay out, but like top 10, if you finish in the top 10, you're getting at least 90 grand back.
Top 10 only gets 90 grand. That's not very top.
10th place gets 90 grand. 100th for 9th, 150 for 8th, 200 for 7th, 250 for 6th, 300 for 5th, 350 for 4th, 400,000 for 3rd, $500,000 for 2nd, $1 million for 1st.
Well, good luck to us. You know, it's
And we just need to like sweep the board like 8 weeks in a row. We're good.
It could happen. But anyways, I didn't say what I'm on. I'm only on one game. I'm on the under in the Astros Diamondbacks, and of course the Diamondbacks scored 2 runs in the top of the first against Verlander, one of the best pitchers of our generation, and all they have to do is get 7 runs. So that's not looking too great, but either way, I'm stoked about football this week. As usual, I'm behind. I've indexed all of the games. I have one game that sticks out like a sore thumb, maybe 2.
For the NFL or for college?
For NFL. I haven't indexed anything for college. I think Moose and Dabby Cab asked me some questions, so I did look at some games. I might like BYU to cover the 24 points in that game.
I know we're on the other side for that. I didn't bet that, but we Tim likes Utah State in that game taking the points, and it's up on the site. So
yeah, I haven't bet it yet. Again, I haven't. I think I indexed it at 20 to 24.
Yeah, I got it at. I think my index said 20.5. So I think that's yeah.
I'm not. You know, when I first started handicapping, I held super true to the index. But there is so much more that goes into it. It does give me a good spot. Yeah, but college football is going to be an all day or all Thursday night and Friday deal.
Yeah,
for me. But I like some of this NFL card. LJ's coming on, so we're going to kind of dick around a little bit until then. But then we'll kind of jump in. I think I'm going to go game by game. I think I'm actually going to go. I mean, if you think about it, we give 10 or 15 minutes to each game. That's a couple hours. That's how long this goes anyways.
Yeah.
Got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Wow, the Mets are screwed. They're second and third, nobody out, and it's already 2-0.
Did 2 teams have a bye this week?
Bye started this week?
Oh, no. I didn't put the Monday night game. I only counted 15 games. So
there it is.
It's another that should be a really interesting Monday night game. I don't know if I'll be betting it, but
I will probably have what I have every single primetime game. Under.
Yeah. I think I'm going to start tailing you on that one. It does make sense. There's some what seem to me like obvious overs, but there's some voodoo magic in some bets and trends, and that's one of them. I'm going to bet it every single game or every single primetime game this season, and it's going to hit 60%. Yeah. San Francisco 1 or 1.5. It's dropping. It opened at 2.5, but that was.
I think that line's spot on. My number says San Fran -1 should be the line.
The edge to that one is San Fran has the Rams number, especially in big games. For years,
I don't want anything to do with the side in that game.
Yeah. They had that Broncos game easily, except for Jimmy G did what he does. And this is the thing, like when he's
Broncos country, let's ride.
Well, it's not just that; it's he's perfectly serviceable to manage a game and let that defense and that coach win the game. but he has to step on the back. He didn't need to take an extra step in the end zone. That guy was still a good 2 yards away from him. He's just.
I wonder if he just didn't know where he was on the field.
I think he flinched because he's a wiener. That's what I think. I think he's like, I don't know. He just seems like a weenie. And then that sack. That last sack he had, throw the fucking ball. You don't have 7 seconds, and you're not Ben Roethlisberger. You're not a guy that can stand in the pocket and wiggle around, and you're not really go anywhere.
Yeah.
But anyway,
that was a beautiful game on Sunday night, though, for me. Hey, 1-0 Brewers. There we go. There's something.
Crystal's joining us. Yep. Nick's on that game, and he's not super happy about it.
Oh, I've already lost that game. I had the first 5, and it's in the 6th, and Garrett Cole is throwing a perfect game through 5. So fuck the Blue Jays.
Well,
they're becoming the team that should not be named.
That's supposed to be the Mets. At least
no. It's been the Blue Jays.
I don't know. I think I would say I'm disappointed in the Blue Jays because when I look at their team on paper,
they should have won this division on paper.
Yeah, they got the dudes.
Yeah, which actually looking back here, let's see. Is this the book? No, this is not the book. I have them written down in. I had a spreadsheet of MLB futures that I had typed up. Here it is. And I was looking back at it today just to I'm sharing my screen there.
Good.
Just to look at what the futures I had in the MLB this year. Just if I would have bet futures, this is what I would have been on. And I've noticed some of them are actually in pretty good shape. World Series, I have 4 of the 5 teams that I picked, or that I had.
The Tigers.
That was a long shot. That was my long shot.
Cardinals is a very sharp pick. Cardinals, very sharp pick.
Yes. As you can see, I haven't messed with this one last edited on March 30th. So I haven't inserted anything on this or anything like that. I had Yankees, pennant, Mariners, pennant, Mets, Cardinals. Marlins were my long shot. That was my long shot in the National League, really, because I saw their pitching staff. Thought maybe if they hit the ball a little bit. I cashed 2 of the 5 divisional futures, the Yankees and the Cardinals. That would have been profitable. If the Cubs lose tonight, I'll hit that under 75.5. Reds are already cashed. Cardinals and Mets already cashed. Mariners need to win one more game for that to hit. And then I lost with the Marlins, the Tigers, and the Guardians. Cy Young Award, I had Chris Sale. Yeah, that's fun. Chris Sale, Alek Manoah. This one was looking good for a while. I had Shane McClanahan in there.
The first half of the season, second half, he kind of tailed off.
Yeah. And then I had Casey Mize. Thought maybe because I like the Tigers a little bit this year, maybe they would show up. I had DeGrom because DeGrom's DeGrom. Alcantara, there's one of my favorite picks of the year, was Alcantara to win the Cy Young Award. I also had Aaron Nola, and I put on a tinfoil hat, said maybe in his last season, Adam Wainwright at 55-1 was worth a shot. Boy, was I wrong. Don't worry, some of these picks get worse. Judge MVP, though, that looks pretty good. So it looks like my player futures are going to go 2-14. If I would have put a unit each on them, I would be up 19 units. Wander Franco, Marcus Semien, and Candelario. Candelario is another long shot because I like the Tigers a little bit this year. Bryce Harper, if he stayed healthy, maybe. Lindor.
God, I don't like that guy. I just don't like him as a dude. He's a butthead.
Chris Bryant, and then my ultimate gem of all my picks here was Frank Schwindel to win the MVP from the Cubs. That was quite the gem right there. Yeah. Don't know why I put that in there, but I did. Torkelson and Sixto Sanchez never even appeared in a game. But Torkelson was one of my Rookie of the Year picks. But overall, my MLB futures didn't do half bad when I look at them here. I'm just dicking around
with me in futures. There have been times I put futures. I usually put really large amounts of money on them, but it just ties up money for so long.
One day I want to have a bankroll one day strictly for futures, but
I'm not a patient guy. There was a time. I won't go into it. It didn't happen, so it's not really that great of a story. It would have been. But speaking of futures, I'm looking at. Maybe we should look at Super Bowl futures. It's probably a good time to do that.
Yeah, I have futures that I wrote down for the NFL just to see how I would do. I don't have the bankroll or a separate bankroll to bet all these, so I just write them down as like a little experiment to see how I would do if I were to bet these.
I'm trying to figure out the share screen bull crap that I don't know what I'm doing.
Here we go. NFL futures. I had 4 teams that I had Super Bowl written down for. Chargers, Colts, Saints, and Ravens.
So let me figure out what I'm doing here. Can you see? Is that big enough on the screen? Can people see that? Okay.
Yeah, that works.
So we've got Buffalo sitting around plus 500. See, I'd never go at the top. I mean,
me neither. That's why if you ever see any of my futures, favorites are not on there.
See, Philadelphia's definitely jumped up. I fucking probably if I did bet a team, it probably should have been Philadelphia. I've said it.
Yeah, I was low on Philly heading into the year, so
you know it. Every show I've been on, every channel I've been on.
Oh yeah, you liked Philly. I knew that one.
Philly and the Ravens, both of them. And what are the Ravens at? That's a good.
Yeah, I had Ravens written down at 16-1 to begin the year.
Plus 18. Let's go for the big money. Are there any people in the back? I see that's the thing. None of these teams.
Ooh, Giants.
Give me a break. They got problems. I like the coach.
What about
Daniel
the Saints?
Jones can run the ball. Saquon Barkley's a dude.
Oh, I've got it. I've got the team that's the long shot here.
What? The Browns?
Yeah. Cleveland Browns. Why not?
No, yeah.
Why the hell not? And I was looking at they're a 1-point favorite against the Falcons this week.
Well, the Falcons, I'm going to tell you, are one of the biggest surprise teams to me. I mean, I thought they were going to be the worst team in the NFL, and they're not.
I had them originally at 32. They're now up to 30.
I think there are more than 2 teams that are worse than them. There's your Colts.
Yeah.
Or your brother's Colts.
I know I have Colts here too. I have Colts to win if this clears up. Yeah, Colts to win the Super Bowl at 22-1. And actually one future I did like was Colts to get the number 1 seed at 11-1.
Yeah. Well, that's not happening now. I think Baltimore. I think Philly at 9-1 looks good. I think Baltimore at 18-1. I mean, this team. If this team had an old Ravens defense, they might be one of the top 3 teams in the NFL. The Bills are just the best team. We'll see. The only way that they're going to lose is if Josh Allen isn't the dude. I mean, they're just too talented. Or if they do something like last game. Like that was Josh Allen's fault. They lost the game because of him. He should have been ready. He should have known exactly what to do when he had 10 seconds left or 12 seconds left or whatever it was, and he didn't.
As someone who had Miami money line, thank you.
Yeah. Well, Miami also, by the way, I was wrong on them. They might be a play this week, in my opinion.
Miami?
Yeah, I'm thinking
if we get Teddy Two Gloves and I can get 6.5, 7 with the Dolphins, I'm all over it. I'm already on the under 47.5.
I need to look at how I haven't paid attention to the numbers for Miami, especially the front set of the defense, the front 7. That's going to make or break whether I bet it, but I have Miami favored at 0.5 point on the road. So that's
I had Bengals minus, I think 2 or 2.5 was my number.
Yeah, we'll get into that when we cap. That'll be the first game we cap. But
I got the under in that game, and more I look at it, if I can get 6, 7 with Miami, but I don't want Miami if Tua's playing. I don't know if he's 100. He's definitely not 100%. This is a short week, and I think Miami can at least cover the 6 though. Like,
what do we think about? I'm gonna say. When does Dak come back?
A couple weeks.
Okay, so there are two interesting plays in my. Well, one is, and this is not in any way a fanboy bet. I would say that there probably should actually be favored a little more. 25-1 for the Niners to win.
I don't hate that.
Yeah, that's really good.
Their defense is one of, if not the best in football.
So they have as good a defense as they had when they went to the Super Bowl and the NFC Championship. They have Ayuk and Debo that are a couple years into their career and doing better, more veteran. And then if Jimmy G just has the same year, the thing is the offensive line isn't quite the same as it was that year. And then the running backs too. But 25-1 looks good. And then I can't believe I'm saying this.
Cowboys.
Yes. I think that defense is legit. I think that front seven is legit. I think Cooper Rush is definitely probably, as the fill-in quarterbacks go, he's probably doing the best, in my opinion. Well, besides maybe like Joe Flacco for those 2 games. We know that's not going to last. Pollard finally had a dude's game this past game. And if CeeDee Lamb doesn't fucking drop the ball and slap that smile, right? I mean, how do you smile when you drop a ball in the NFL? If he lives up anywhere to his standards, I think they could. Now, here's the deal. Are they going to win the division? I think, like I said, Philadelphia, one of the best 3 teams in the NFL right now. No. But at 40-1, I might bet that. But the problem is I gotta bet multiple units on a future for it to make sense for me.
Yeah. Cowboys are not – I mean, the Cowboys got a good defense. The only problem is their offense is just concerning to me. It
is. I think Pollard – what was Pollard's stat line? Pollard, that game showed me – and granted, it was the Giants, but I've said it. He should be the featured back in that.
Oh, he's definitely the best back that the that the Cowboys have.
Yeah. 13 rushes, 105 yards. He didn't have a touchdown, but Zeke had 73. So if you can go with one of them getting 100 and one of them getting 70 yards every game, you're gonna Cooper Rush is gonna get looks to throw to CeeDee Lamb. Any quarterback would. They're gonna have to play the run.
Yeah.
I'm liking. I think the Cowboys are a bet on team too because I think they're getting disrespectful.
Yeah, that Cowboys game this week, I wanted to back the Commanders, but I just can't.
You mean the Commanders?
Yeah. Because how long is?
Oh, this week. Yeah.
Rush, yeah. How long is Cooper Rush going to keep this up?
The Commanders are bad, dude. Here's the deal.
Yeah, could this be a buy low spot on the Commanders, hypothetically speaking?
I think it's a disrespectful line for the Cowboys. I have the Cowboys as touchdown favorite. And Carson.
Uh-oh, we lost him. Oh, we lost him. He's frozen. All right. I don't know what he was talking about when I got cut off there. So keep this going. I'll extend another fuck you to the Toronto Blue Jays, who just tied it in the bottom of the 6th when I had the first 5. Thanks for nothing. I'm so frustrated about that. That's quite annoying. But yeah. Oh, there we go. He's gone. So he'll be back in a minute here. Something froze, I'm assuming, with him. I have no control. So if there is anybody in the backstage, I don't have control over this because Dave's running it. So, but looking at this week a little bit, I honestly forgot what we were talking about when he froze there for a second. But yeah. Currently, we'll look through baseball for a second. 1-1 in the Rays Guardians. Currently 2-1 Tigers bought 7. 2-1 Nationals top of the 7th against the Braves. Of course, the Blue Jays tied in the 6th. 3-0 Boston. Of course, that was a lean for me, and I didn't bet it. That would have hit. 3-0 Marlins. Marlins were a lean for me. Didn't bet it. It hit. Phillies up 1-0 in the 5th. 5-2 Twins in the 5th. Currently 1-0 Brewers in the 4th. 2-0 Diamondbacks in the 3rd. With 4 games still to go.
There we go. I bought the premium freaking internet. What the hell? $9.99.
Yeah, I would like to you froze, but I would like to extend an additional fuck you to the Blue Jays who just tied it in the bottom of the 6th.
They're just touring with you.
I hate them so much.
If James Harden, here's the deal. I had Tom Brady in here. Who are all these celebs? Someone's making these retarded names and coming in here. By the way,
Tim made all the other ones, but when he makes them, he puts the actual player's picture. Like if this was Tim, it would actually have a picture of James Harden.
Well, to each their own. That's not my style. I like to eat peanut butter and jelly and not out of butt cheeks. Maybe the opposite sex, but thanks for the view. I appreciate it. You could have picked a better basketball player, though. That's for sure.
Thanks for the AdSense.
I know. Thanks for the.
Here's a message to my haters. Thanks for the ad revenue.
Oh no, dude! I'll tell you what. Howard Stern, one of the guy that I really actually look up to, said, and it was in his movie, but he said, he likes his detractors more than his fans because they watch him more adamantly. They care more about what he does.
Exactly. So, the haters will care about everything you do. Like I'll notice that with there's a couple people who comment on our streams and stuff like that and on our videos, and they only comment when we lose.
Yeah.
Like they're quiet when we're on a good run, but when we're on a bad run, we get let know every day. Like we don't have our own money on these games.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal, guys. In case you didn't know it, and this is a good time to talk about this and talk about the guys. Everyone that comes on this show, they put their picks out. They talk about their records. They talk about when they lose. For ESB, their records on. I'm not sure if it's on ESB. I know it's on Picks and Parlays. They're right in your fucking face every single day. My record, which I actually haven't updated for a month, but I can tell you right now, in August I won 1 unit, and this month I'm up 4 units. I put every single pick in a spreadsheet. It's going to be 1,000 or more picks this year. There's no one more transparent. And if people want to, and I've had people come on and say, oh, you missed this one, or oh, I bet the house. I've had some hecklers. Well, you know what? If you guys want to put your plays out there too every day and do the same thing I'm doing, I'll go blow for blow for a year, and we'll see who comes out on top.
Yeah, I'm
up 75 units this year on 1 unit plays. Tell me with I don't know how many plays, but about a 6% ROI, 6 to 7.
Oh, yeah.
You tell me if you can do that, then you can heckle me.
Yeah.
Anyways, I might take some. I might do this, and this is a gambler strategy. This isn't necessarily a handicapping deal. I might take some shots at some 3 to 5 game parlays, and if I hit one, then or hit 2 or whatever, I'll put that aside. Or maybe I shouldn't do that because by the time I hit it, I might put like a 5 unit play on a future. It's got to be enough money for me to care.
See, I think you don't have to put that much on a future. You can put 1 unit on a future. And if it's a Super Bowl future or something like that, the amount it'll pay out, I think is worth it right there. Like if you're only putting 1 unit into a play, but it pays 30 to 1, that's enough for me to care.
Yeah,
it would be 10 to 1, and it's enough for me to care.
Yeah, you're right. So if I put 2 or 3 units on those, it would be enough. It would be enough for me to care. That would be to win 25 units, win 50 units if you put 2 units. I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah. Like if I were to bet futures though, like I wouldn't like that would be a whole separate bankroll for me. And I would look to I would bet bigger bets on like maybe like season win totals, stuff like that, the pick'ems and stuff like that. And I'll risk less on teams to win the championship, teams to make the championship, whatever, just because those pay out more. So I don't have to risk as much.
Yeah. No, I feel you. Damn, I'm thinking about that Niners one because they're going to go to the playoffs for sure. If you're giving me a team that's going to the playoffs with a 25-1 crack at the Super Bowl, because there's only 14 teams that go, right?
Yep.
That's not bad at all. And are the Cowboys going to go to the playoffs? They're not going to win the division. I mean, okay, it's possible. Like
they got 2 games against the Eagles. I wouldn't say they can't win the division.
The Eagles are the truth, bro. I'm telling you right now.
They absolutely are. But I'm saying they have the opportunities to beat.
Here's the deal with the Eagles. Someone said, "Oh, who did the Eagles beat?" They played the Lions. Well, the Lions probably have, between what we expected and what they are, have the biggest gap. We expected, growing team, worst team in that division. Would you be surprised if the Lions won the division? I would not.
I would absolutely be shocked.
I would not.
They won that division. I still think they're a 7-win team at best. They can
score. I'm betting the Detroit team total. I bet the past 2 games. I'm betting it every week.
And that's something I have written down. I noticed because I just did Terry's show a couple hours ago for football, and I was writing down the plays I liked as I was going along. And one thing I noticed I left completely off my my play cards or whatever, single spread.
Yeah,
I had tons of team totals and totals written down, more than sides. Team totals was my way of betting sides this week, probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was looking at like doing a bunch of team totals.
They're 27.5, which is actually a big jump because they've been
27 on Bet Online.
Okay. I haven't bet it yet, but that is one of the bets I put in for a show. I actually think it can be bought down. I think that's a little overreaction. It was at 23.5 last week. The week before it was at 21.5.
I know it was a 20 against the Eagles. I cashed it then.
Yeah. The past 2 weeks I have, and not versus the Eagles, but they can score. Their defense is obviously going to be a question, but any team that can go out there and score, I mean, and they can score multiple ways. I mean, Jared Goff,
I would rather take that team total over than ever thinking about laying 4 points with them.
Oh hell no. I'm not laying points. In fact, I have them capped at 3, and it's at 4.5. So if you like that game should be over too. What's the total in that? I think the total is like 50. If I remember
for the Lions? No. It's not.
48.
Yeah.
See, here's the deal. If you like the Lions team total, you like 1 of 2 bets. You either like the game total over or you like the Lions to cover, which is kind of an obvious statement. But if they're going to get, let's say they get 28 points, can the if they get 28 points and they don't cover, no, that's not necessarily a good bet. There's 28 they have to get. Yeah, if they get 28 points and they don't cover, then the game's an over.
Yeah, I like the over in that game. I have the over written down as well. I have not as many plays as normals, but
only half the page this time.
Well, yeah, it's a bunch of team totals and totals. Really, it's me betting if I like a side, lean towards a side, and I like an over. Like I'm betting a team total over and a full game over and stuff like that. So,
yeah, I guess that would make sense. The Seahawks they put up points.
Seahawks can put up points, I think, in this game because I think anybody can put up points against the Lions defense.
Well, that's the thing. The 2 defenses they couldn't were the Seahawks and the Broncos, but those are 2 good defenses. The Falcons are one of the worst defenses, and they put up 23. I definitely like the only thing I'm betting in that game is the team total, but I'm high on the Lions. That's for sure. Where are we at? Do we have any live betting action while we wait to get in the NFL? Jump in.
No.
Let's see. Every game. Oh, not all the games have popped off. Oakland, LA was pitching in that game. Sandoval, I think. Lorenzen and Martinez. Dodgers, Urias, and Musgrove. God, the Dodgers. I bet them live last night. That was stupid. They had every chance in the world. I bet them live at plus 285 when they were down 2-0. And they stormed back, and they had a guy on third in the 10th inning, and they fucking Mookie Betts.
Who did?
The Dodgers last night.
Oh, yeah, we cashed a play with the Padres.
And then Kimbrel, it's a walk-off walk.
Yeah. There's no way he makes no way he makes the postseason roster, right?
He's garbage. He's the worst part of that team. But they put him in.
Yeah. He's going to make the postseason roster, obviously.
Well, yeah, well, if he's pitching now, he will.
Yeah. And this is why I don't think the Dodgers have the pitching to match up with the Braves or the Mets.
Do we bet the Astros money line is plus 200 right now?
I'm going to stay off live betting at the moment.
What are your thoughts on that, though?
I like Zach Gallen.
Yeah.
I would bet that if I were to live bet the Astros money line, it's when they pull Gallen.
Yeah. Well, we'll wait for that too. But I want to get a live bet in maybe later on. I like that look. You haven't met Coach yet. Coach is the other part of Brothers and Bets with Marley. And I don't know what his reasoning is, but he likes in the 7th inning-ish, he likes to bet the under. And usually you're only getting another run and a half, right? Is usually what it is.
Yeah. We did that last time with the
exactly right. We did that. And it seems like a good strategy to me. Especially with decent bullpens, I guess. But how often are you seeing at the end of the game? I mean, obviously there's like walk-off 3-run home runs and stuff, but usually you're not seeing, and you will see like 5-run innings and stuff at the very tail end of the game.
Oh, there it is. Number 61.
He hit it?
Yeah, he finally hit it, so now we can quit hearing about it.
Do you not like the Yankees being a Mets fan?
Fuck the Yankees.
Okay, well, there you go. I don't have a dog in the race.
I grew growing up in New York, and all you heard was freaking Yankee fans. Yeah, no, thank you. I don't like them.
The problem about the Yankees fans is it's one of those teams, and I guess I can say I like some of those teams, but I've been a fan like of the Lakers. I've been a fan my whole entire life.
I was a Lakers fan. My bad. I was a Kobe fan. When I grew up, I liked Kobe.
Well, no, I watched them when they had even bad teams, when they had Van Exel and AC Green and Vlade Divac. Not really the kind of in between 90s stuff. And I watched Magic Johnson in the 80s when I was a young kid. But the Yankees are annoying because they're people that aren't real baseball fans that just like the Yankees because they're like the Yankees.
Yeah, I realize with that, I see more people wearing Yankees gear that just wear it because they like the NY logo rather than actually follow the team or anything like that.
It is a pretty legit like uniform.
I will say, even as a Mets fan, the Yankee pinstripes are one of the best jerseys in baseball.
It's the classic of all classics, man.
Yep. If you are a classic, if you are a whatever, if you are a traditionalist, you love the Yankee jerseys. Yeah. No, I think they're sharp jerseys. I will have one in my collection one day. Even as a Mets fan, I will have a Yankees jersey in my collection. Will I wear it? Probably not too often, maybe once every couple months, but no.
Who are you going to get? Which one? I mean, there has to be. There's only can be one. Derek Jeter.
Knowing me being me, I will pick a Yankee that was a Met at one point.
Like who? Dwight Gooden.
Dwight Gooden. It won't have a name on the back though. It'll just be a number. You can't get a Yankee jersey and have a name on it.
Of course.
Either that, or to troll Yankee fans. If he signs with the Mets, I'll get a Judge jersey.
Johnny Damon. That was another one.
Johnny Damon was a Met?
Oh, not a Met. I'm thinking of Red Sox. No, you're right.
Yeah.
Who was a Yankee?
Jacoby Ellsbury as well.
Who was a Met that was a Yankee? Not a lot.
Curtis
I don't think it was
Granderson.
Dwight Gooden. Oh, Darryl Strawberry. Wasn't he a Met and a Yankee?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Darryl Strawberry, yeah. Orlando Hernandez or Alduque was both a Met and a Yankee.
Darryl Strawberry started his career with the Mets and ended
Neil
it with
Walker
the Yankees.
was another one. I'm just trying to think of all the ones off the top of my head now. Beltran was a Met and a Yankee. Dylan Betances. There's one.
Robinson Cano.
Oh, gross.
Bartolo Colon.
Oh, there it is. I will get a Bartolo Colon Yankee jersey.
You have to get a triple X or quadruple X. Big fat bastard. Todd Frazier, David
sexy.
Stone. I love
Frazier. I liked him.
Yeah, he was an Angel too. That's why I liked him. I think he won. I think he was on the team when the Angels won the World Series.
Yeah, number 40 with the Yankees.
Dude, he's a fucking. Just looking at his picture. He's just a fucking.
Bartolo Colon is the greatest of all time.
He won the Cy Young with the Angels. He wasn't on the Angels when they won the World Series. He was with the Expos. 4-time All-Star. Cleveland Indians. I forgot he opened. He played for 1, 2, 3.
He played for
4,
a
5,
shit
6,
ton
7,
of teams.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12 teams in like 20 or 21 seasons.
Yeah, he played for the Expos, the Yankees, the Athletics, the Indians, the Mets. He was, I believe, a Tiger. He was a Ranger. He was an Angel. I want to say he was an Oriole at one point. He was a Red Sox. He was everywhere.
Yeah. He was everywhere. That's for sure. That is for sure.
Maybe that would be the Yankee jersey I would get is we call it Bartolo.
All right. So we're gonna add another nerd from Houston. He's everywhere, literally everywhere on every show. Most popular guy in sports betting, Twitter and YouTube. LJ.
Hell yeah.
With the crispy hat.
I don't know about all that.
Great
intro, man. Appreciate it.
Yep.
I'm over here sweating this first 5, man.
What did you have again?
I had the under first 5, under 3, but I had the Astros winning the first 5.
Yeah. So here's my question. Obviously, I had the under, which didn't look good when you get 2 runs in the top of the first. What do you think about live betting the Astros?
They're a good team to come back. I don't know how long Gallen's going to go.
So that was what Nick said. Nick said to live bet him when Gallen goes out or around.
Yeah.
But then they were 200. Now they're a plus 190. I'm probably live betting that. I'm just going to say it right now. I'm going to wait an inning or two.
Legitimate question here. How much do the Astros care?
I mean, they could clinch the number 1 seed tonight.
Okay, I didn't know if they did or not.
Yeah,
I knew they were close. I didn't know if they
win tonight. They clinch it, so I think they care about winning. But like I said, if they don't get this one, then because Gallen's a good pitcher, man, and I should have known.
I love Gallen. Yeah,
I just thought that the Astros, the way they played last night, they'll get some hits off of them. But it's still early. It's only the 4th, so I mean, we still got time. We'll see what happens.
What else you got? I know you had a card. I know most of it was Astro stuff. I remember you putting it out.
I had the Pirates earlier. I hit that.
Cool.
I got the Blue Jays team total over 3.5. They need one more run. I had the Brewers money line over the Cardinals, and I had Woodruff's K prop, which he hit already.
Yeah, I have the Brewers -1.
Man, and I snatched all those.
And I have Seattle later against the Rangers. That's it for baseball.
Yeah. I noticed you have a couple decent sized favorites. Do you play the money lines, and how far do you go with like what's the biggest line you like? Because I noticed that like the Brewers there are -150, and
I took the run line.
Okay, I didn't know. Sometimes a lot of people love laying that chalk, and I just personally can't.
No, not if it's over like 130. I'll usually do 130, but it's hard unless it's the Astros. That's the only team that I'll pay the juice for. but yeah, I took the run line with the Brewers because I figured the Cardinals they clinched last night, so they don't care about this game, and the Brewers need this game. They need this game, so I figured. What is it now? 1-0 still?
And good news for the Brewers, it's 4-1 Cubs over the Phillies.
Okay.
How great would it be if the Phillies just absolutely collapse? I think if the Brewers make the playoffs in that 6th seed, I'll bet them to knock off St. Louis.
What?
Yep.
The Brewers are dead to me. They've been dead to me since.
Well, here's my explanation behind that is other than, let's just say, the Astros, the Braves, and the Mets, who's going to put up pitching-wise what the Brewers can with Burns, Woodruff, Peralta? Who can match up pitching-wise with
the Dodgers?
Burns,
Can for sure.
With who?
Yes,
Urias, Anderson. By the way, Urias
Anderson in the playoffs.
Yeah. Oh, okay, let's do this.
That's a legitimate question. This is a legitimate question. Yeah. Do you think the Dodgers, obviously lineup wise, the Dodgers wiped the floor with the Brewers, but pitching wise, I think the Brewers have a top echelon, top 3 pitchers.
That's fair enough. Is Gonsolin's out for the season, right?
Gonsolin, I don't know what's up with Gonsolin.
Yeah. I'll say this. So Walker Buehler not being there,
Walker Buehler is going to be out for next year too.
Oh, I know. His career is probably in jeopardy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you named the best 3 staffs probably, but
I would. The only teams I would pick over the Brewers are the Mets with DeGrom, Scherzer, and Bassett. The Astros with Verlander. Why am I drawing a blank on their
Valdez
and
we got McCullers. We got Urquidy. We got Javier.
That's a solid, and those are underrated pitchers right there. Those are not household names, but those are solid pitchers.
Yeah, and they all could go 7 or 8.
And then when healthy, the Braves, I give the Braves a ton of shit, but they have a great pitching staff with Max Fried. When Charlie Morton's on, he can be top notch. And then Spencer Strider when he's healthy.
Ooh, Strider's a beast.
Yeah, the only problem is this is the most innings he's pitched in his career. And he's on the injured list for a reason. And that's probably why, because he's pitched too much this year.
He's on the injured list right now?
Yeah, he's on the IL right now. And just think, I think 2 years ago, he was pitching for Clemson.
Damn. I didn't know that. No wonder I haven't seen him in the rotation, huh?
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, well.
And as much as I want to shit talk the Braves, they've got a hell of a rotation.
Yeah.
And we're going to see an absolute fireworks show pitching wise this weekend in Atlanta with the Mets throwing out there with Bassett, Scherzer, DeGrom, and then them countering with, I want to say, Morton, Fried, and why can't I remember the other guy right now?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm drawing a complete blank on that right now.
Hold on. Damn, Fried. Who else did you say? Morton?
Right? It's going to be Morton this weekend?
Oh, Fried's tomorrow. Well, Friday, I'm sorry.
Fried, Kyle Wright. There it is.
Right. There you go. Yeah, right.
Yeah, they got a legit rotation for sure.
Man, the night I don't take Judge home run, he fucking hits a home run, dog.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
The problem is the juice. I mean, the odds have not been that good. I don't take home run props under 300 rarely. Plus 300, and they're all like plus 190. It's just not. It's not.
I mean, I was gonna parlay with something.
You make more money betting Judge's walk props.
Those are juice too.
Fuck shit, Walter. That's kind of funny.
Damn. Oh well. He hit another one this weekend against the Orioles, so I ain't mad.
Should I tail the Mariners? What's your cap on the Mariner? Well, the Mariner, the odds suck. What's the run?
No, thank you. Passed.
They're good at second game of a home series. They're like 15-4. So I just takes that trend. It ain't really capping. I just take the trend. Season's about to be over, so hey, why not
No, I do. There's some juju in some of those trends. That trend, that Waka trend, Waka was horrible, and the fucking hit. The bats woke up. They said it was a football game.
I took that over too in that game. Is that game over yet?
This game, I don't know.
The Yankees, the Red Sox and Orioles. No, it's 3. It ain't gonna go over. Damn. Okay,
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought the Ravens and the Patriots played on Sunday.
Mariners run line is plus 135. That they're basically saying it's going to be a 1-run game. When you have a money line, it's minus 162.
Keep in mind they're the home team and the total is probably low.
It is 6.5. So that makes
there it is. That's why also you got to keep in mind because when the totals are lower, that's usually higher.
Yeah. Fortunately, I'm not where I can use FanDuel like I usually am. I'm traveling to a state where I got to use a fucking offshore, but
don't treat like that, man. When it becomes legal everywhere, bro, we're really going to be making money once everything becomes legal.
You know what the crazy thing about Texas is that they're so, I mean, I know they're becoming political. I know they're changing politically. They used to be really, really kind of almost libertarian, anything goes. So libertarians should like weed. They don't. They should like gambling. They don't. In fact,
outlaw abortions.
Yeah, I mean, well, that makes a lot of sense because there's a good old it's a southern state too, But,
I mean, how do you
that's where religion comes in though.
I don't have any. I'm not. We're talking. It's a gambling show, but to tie it in with weed. I mean, weed and gambling should be everywhere. That doesn't hurt anyone.
Yep.
You can make money off both. Tax the fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and my joke with that, with the dangers of weed that I always tell is it was so sad. A few weeks ago, I lost a friend to weed. I found him 2.5 later at Taco Bell. So
yeah,
that's my joke with that. It's like, yeah, I lost a friend to weed, but I found him 2.5 hours later at Taco Bell. Like that's the biggest dangers of weed. It's just you want to eat. That's it. You can't overdose from weed. Nobody has.
Yeah.
Alcohol is more dangerous than weed is.
Oh, by far. Yeah, I don't understand it. Stop geoengineering says Kirby has covered the run line for the 5 last starts. That's good enough for me. You don't have to give me much of a reason to bet. I'm on it. Full unit.
Yeah, I'm already on it.
Braves just tied it. Damn it.
Who?
Braves.
Do I got their team total? Braves. No. Oh yeah, over 4.5. I do have that.
I have nothing in that game, but I want the Braves to lose so bad.
What is it, 3, 4?
God bless sports betting, but I've become much less of a fan of my teams. I've almost become neutered to a lot of the stuff that happens,
Yeah, the Mets, I grew up with the Mets, though. That's something that'll never go away.
Well, I grew up with there's not a team that I follow. There's not a team besides USC, because I went there, but there's not a team that I follow that I didn't follow after the age of 6.
Yeah.
None of them.
I mean, I've bet against the Mets this year. That's something I have done, and I almost did it tonight because the Mets can't beat bad teams.
Oh, I bet against my team all the time. Or I don't bet it. But that's giving up money too. LJ, have you ever bet against the Astros?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know you bet against the Texans quite often, but
yeah, of course. But yeah, I've bet against the Astros, against the teams that I know that they have trouble with.
Yeah, it's hard.
Let's go, Verlander. I got his strikeout prop too. I need one more. Let's go. At least I win something. Because that's what I pretty much do, bro. I pretty much break even most of the time.
Well, that's not bad.
60% of the time I break even. I just get the money back that I bet. For real. But hey, good job. Let's go. One more. I need one more. Because I parlayed it with Woodruff. So
on Prize Picks?
No. Oh yeah, that too, but on my book too. Because I can parlay strikeout props. But football, I can't get no field goal props. I can't get walks. I can't stolen bases. I can't get none of that.
Yeah, offshore. That's the thing. The best prop like FanDuel and DraftKings, you can't. The prop bets on offshore suck.
Yeah. But I'm gonna load up that bet online probably next week when I get paid.
So tonight, right now, they're doing
the link I sent you.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you. I got you. I'm just waiting to get paid so I can put a nice
you're
little deposit.
good.
Do they match whatever I deposit?
Is it? You want to match? This is what you should do tonight. PSR is doing that. There's 100% up to $1,000. First time depositors, which sucks because I've been on Bet Online for years. I talked Jimmy, DM Jimmy. They're having their tournament, their poker tournament tonight that I wanted to play their free roll, but they've made a deal with Bet Online. I hope it's still there that you can get and anyone else make an account and deposit up to $1,000.
Aren't they having their poker games tonight?
They are. 100 up to $1,000. There's probably playthrough, obviously. But that's the best. That's one of the best.
How do I find that tournament? Because I'm assuming it started.
It started at 30 minutes ago.
Damn it!
It's intern. I think you could probably register late, but it's a free roll.
Is it free?
Yeah, go to their. I don't know what the code is. You put in a code. Go to their. Go to one. You have to go to one of Jimmy's. Actually, go to the website. The website will have the code.
Pub Sports Radio.
Yeah. I thought about playing and streaming too.
Hey, but maybe I can make a couple bucks with that tonight.
Yeah, well, go for it. Yep. But let's go ahead and jump into NFL. I want to go game by game. That's what I'm going to do. I've only indexed things I haven't made. I only have one for sure play, maybe two. But Dolphins Bengals tomorrow. I obviously two is a question. I mean, is he really a question? Is he really not going to play? I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets ruled out.
Yeah, me either.
And then is it that big of a fall off? I mean, Teddy Bridgewater can still,
Yeah, he's serviceable.
Yeah,
he's not a bad quarterback.
What I want to look at is how have the Dolphins been? How has their rush defense been? Or not rush defense, their front seven, their pass defense. Because if it's any good, I mean, I have
their pass defense. That's what you said?
Yeah.
I'm
going to look at team rankings right now.
Opponents.
I'll tell you what, I have them as a half-point favorite in this game. So I'm already even though there's traveling and short week and all.
They're second worst in the league. They give up 297 yards.
Yeah, that matters. Well, let's look at how many sacks they have.
They only have 6 on the season.
Yeah, and that sucks too.
That's why I'm on the Bengals for sure.
Yeah, I just can't get behind this Bengals team. All right, so we've got they scored the 8th most points. They give up they're in the middle of the pack, 16, 21.3. Their defense is just not good. Their rushing yards per game given up is 20th at 116.
And also, you got to think about it. They were on the field 90 plays on Sunday.
Yeah, it was the other
40 minutes. So that's a lot, in that short week.
Yeah, 26 in sack percentage, 31st, like you said, in yards per game passing.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense is bad. Does that mean this isn't over?
It may be.
Yeah.
I mean, Cincinnati has the most plays ran, 227. Most in the league, 4.5. See, that's the only thing. The Dolphins is 6.2 yards per play. The Bengals are only 4.5. But like we said, how effective Tua is going to be hobbling with that injury. And, he is 100% passer rating, though, which is number 1 in the league. But
God, I can't believe that.
Yeah, right. But I just think the Bengals are going to get after him. And, and like we said, we're trying to see if he'll be in. Only thing the Bengals need is a run game because they're only averaging 97 yards on the ground, 3.3 yards per rush. If they can run the ball on Miami, they definitely can.
Is Mixon's in, right? There's nothing wrong with him.
Yeah, Mixon's playing.
What's wrong? Maybe he was a fantasy dude. Okay, Bengals. They put up 20 versus the Steelers, a decent defense, sort of kind of hurt. They put up 17 on the Cowboys, who we've seen have a good defense out of fucking nowhere. I guess not out of nowhere, but their rush defense is legit. And then they put up 27 versus the Jets, which we know their defense stinks. So there could definitely be some points in this game. 47? But it's a primetime game, which is probably what Nick's on already.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, we were just talking about me finding spots, and we were before LJ got on. We were talking about me finding spots for this primetime over where it's going to be an over. This is looks like an over spot, but these primetime unders are hitting crazy. So it's like it's one of those stats or those trends that have voodoo in them.
Yeah,
I got 47.5 with the under.
Yeah, I would lean towards the under too, because like I said, I think the Bengals are going to control the game. They're going to run the ball. They're averaging 36 minutes time of possession, so they're going to keep the ball and keep Tua off the field. And it may be a field goal, like a couple field goals. They may score maybe 2 touchdowns and the rest be field goals. Because it's a short week, man, and I don't expect Miami to put up much of a fight coming off that brutal game against the Bills.
Man, I just think the Bengals have they been? How's their defense been? Look at their defense.
I am on a prop though.
What are you on?
T. Higgins.
Oh yeah,
the tight end, definitely 60. I think it's over 67 receiving yards. I think something like that. Where I got it wrote down somewhere.
The Bengals have scored are 21.3. They're 10th. They've given up the ninth. They're the ninth best in points given up 18. Their rush defense is 6th. I'm not so worried about that. Here's the deal. No, it's not 6. It's 8. Well, offensive opponents' passing yards per game, 22 or 224.7. That's 14th, so they're middle of the pack. Teams pass so the opponent's passing play percentage. A lot of teams, their angle is to pass, which Miami's going to do. 64% of the plays against them are passes. Opponent's passing completions percentage is 3rd. I don't know. This it looks like a Dolphin spot to me, but I get the Dolphins beat the Bengals on a short week. We have to start giving them better consideration. I think I was really low on the Dolphins, but I don't think it's all Tua.
Well, they only rushed the ball 64 yards a game, so I think it is all Tua.
It is
3.3 yards per rush. They're not running the ball, so they're very pass heavy.
Well, here's my point. Could that be Teddy Bridgewater? Could it be the wide receivers? Could it be? I mean, people are saying that Tyreek Hill made part of Mahomes, and I don't necessarily agree with that. But
it's just about Miami depending on the big play. It's either 30 plus yards. I think they lead the league in 30 plus yards per big plays. So if you can stop that, what else can they do? Because they can't.
But you don't need to. I mean, the thing is for Tyreek Hill, he could run a 5-yard slant 80 yards.
Well, that's true. That is true. You're right. So basically, what you're saying is the yak yards is what he's benefiting from.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Is that? I mean, and these are 2 yak guys. I mean, Waddle and Tyreek Hill. What do you want in this game, or are you on anything?
The Bengals?
Yeah.
Under 47.5.
Under because of the primetime.
I'm riding those all season long.
You talking about?
And I will hit it
too.
I will hit at 60%, because that is what it's been hitting the last 5 years. Because those lines are always overinflated. If this was a Sunday at 1:00, this line's probably a 46.5 or a 46. Because they know that the public is going to want to come in and bet this game over. So they inflate the line an extra point and a half. That's probably why these are hitting. And that's why we've seen a lot of these come pretty close, or the ones that do hit the overs sneak over absolutely by the skin of their nails. Like they needed a fluky touchdown on laterals between the Browns and the Steelers to get over the 40. I had the 40, and of course that was just an awful beat. I had the push and it lost. And then the other one was I had the under 47.5 when in the Buffalo.
Oh, home run! Let's go! Tied it up, baby. Tied it up in the 5th. Let's go.
Well, so much for me wanting to bet the Astros.
Let's go. McCormick, thank you. By the time we hit Gallon, for real, we couldn't hit nothing off his ass.
Gallon's in the top 3 for the Cy Young in the National League.
Bad decision number 1 of the night, not taking the Astros live when we were talking about it 15 minutes.
Right? Well, we were waiting for Gallon to go out, but hey.
Yeah.
But the Astros they're a good comeback team. You know,
Mets had first and second, nobody out in the bottom of the 8th.
He barely hit that home run too. Like it was barely over the fence. Good job. Good job.
Need Lindor to do something here.
All right. I'm not going to sit and labor over this Dolphins. I'm leaning Dolphins.
I want the Dolphins if they tell me that Teddy Two Gloves is playing and I can get 6 to 7 points with them. That's what I want if I'm going to play that game.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the game. Is this thing in England, Vikings Saints?
Yeah, this is the England game.
And why do the Vikings? Aren't they always the one that go to England? I think
feels like it. No, it's usually the Jaguars. They usually give the worst teams I think a couple years ago it was the Falcons and the Jets. Like they give you hey, we want to expose you to the NFL. Here's 2 of our shittiest teams.
Well, I think the Jags were closer to London. That's why they always were good there because they're the closest team there. Like the trip isn't so bad, I guess. I don't know. I heard somebody say that on
they're close, but I think New York's closer probably.
Okay.
So what do we got here? We got let's look at this.
I don't want to side in this game at all.
The Vikings are 2-1, and the Saints. What are the Saints? The Saints are 1-2. I have the Saints as a 1.79 point favorite.
I have them I have Minnesota. Minnesota as a 4-point favorite.
Yeah. That's a big spread. Is this considered it's not considered a primetime game, is it? I mean, it's not prime time.
Game. You can call it that.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a primetime game in the sense of it's not a Sunday night, Monday night playoff type game. Thursday night.
But it's a standalone game.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that in a second. I
don't want to side on this game either.
Yeah,
I don't want to side on this one.
This is I'm underwhelmed by both of these teams, to tell you the truth. I feel about
where's this Vikings offense that was supposed to be the best in football?
Where's this Saints defense that I fucking had on my fantasy team that's supposed to be?
I don't draft defenses.
Well, I drafted very, very last. It's very last. And then I play everyone that's playing a bad team. I rotate them. Like I
had the Steelers defense, which I like because they generate a lot of turnovers.
I have Cowboys this weekend, which I think is a real good matchup. But the Saints, start with them. Jameis Winston, I feel about the finger licker. Kamara has been non-existent. Mike Thomas even playing? I haven't heard anything about him. He's supposed to come back and be good, and
he's questionable, I believe.
Yeah, and then the Vikings have been a bit. I mean, the Vikings are a fantasy. They're fucking running back, wide receivers, and their quarterback are fantasy starters. Wide receiver 1, quarterback 1. Maybe not quarterback 1, but you know what I'm saying. I don't know how to cap this game because I haven't. There's no real angle to me. Like one doesn't have a better offense necessarily than the other. I mean, on paper they do. One, the Vikings held Green Bay to 7 points. That was a surprise.
Yeah.
What's the total at?
43.
Vikings defense is allowing 415 yards, bro.
Yeah. That's another.
And the Saints have 9 turnovers, which is most in the league.
It's also an unfamiliar stadium for both these teams.
Which also is an under, by the way.
Yes.
But I said that about when Northwestern and Nebraska went and played, and
we like the over in that game.
What's up, Dabby Cab? Dabby's in the building.
Oh yeah, I saw him there. We put him up there. He's here.
Yeah, what's up, Dab?
When are we getting him on the show?
Well, here's the deal. I give him the link every time, Dabby Cab, and he's got a family and stuff. Dutch has come on the show. We have the other, Cheech has come on. We're waiting for Chong to come on.
Yeah.
He's always welcome. And, anyone's always welcome.
Yeah.
I'm going to lean under in that game, which is crazy saying with the Vikings. But you just said something, LJ, that is perfect for the way that I feel about capping. When you have so many conflicting things coming, so you're like, oh, the Vikings are giving up all of these all of these yards, but the Saints are turning the ball over. So it's like there's a conflicting, and that's a wash.
Yeah, that's for real.
If anything, it sounds like the Saints can get some yards and then turn over the ball, and then we have 7, 8, 9 play drives that end in an interception,
So
and that helps the under.
Yeah, I like the under in this game. I do like
43. I like
43. Oh yeah, I cap it at 35.
43.5. I'm seeing.
I'm seeing under because the Vikings only average 19 points. The Saints averaging 17, so that's 36 right there. So yeah.
Yeah, I think I like the under in that one. That might be. I don't know if that would be one of our plays, but that's definitely a.
That is one I have. I noticed I have a lot of unders written down this week.
Come on, Verlander. I need one more strikeout. Come on, Verlander. Give me that strikeout. Come on.
The Marlins or the Mets have bases loaded, 1 out now, and the Marlins are bringing in the guy that had 3 balks and 1 batter last night. Please balk again. Please do.
He said, "Please balk again."
So I can still. This under in this Astros Diamondbacks isn't looking horrible. I have some wood to knock on, I guess, but it doesn't look great. But I mean,
all they need to do is score 1 more run each. What you need is this game to end in 9 innings.
Yeah, of course, it needs to be tied. Yeah, you're right. It needs to go to extra.
Yeah, that happened to me last night where I had over 8 in Oakland, LA. It was 3-3 at the end of the second. And the Angels broke the tie in the bottom of the 8th. And it finished 4-3.
Who's pitching for these two teams? Urena and Brebbia? Who the F is Brebbia?
Babria, that's a bullpen game for the
Giants. Yeah, it is. And how bad or good has the taking a step aside from football just for a second, how bad has the Giants bullpen's been bad at points this season? Really bad.
Base hit, Brewers, go all the way to the wall. 1 run scores.
Let's go.
And there's 2nd and 3rd, 2 out.
Let's go.
Dude, come on.
I figured that was an
I'm on the
easy
Brewers
win, man.
-1, so I would love for them to tack on a couple more runs here. They brought Steven Matz into the game.
Actually,
is Woodruff still in there pitching?
I think he may be done.
Let me see.
He went 6
no, he's
innings.
still in there. He got 10 Ks.
San Francisco's bullpen's been really good. If I'm kind of rooting for the Rockies to go ahead, I might bet the Giants.
Come on, Verlander. I need 1 more strikeout, bro. You got 2 outs. Come on, brother. Strike him out, please. I don't want you to leave this game without getting this last strikeout. I'll be so mad.
That's a story of my life with strikeout pops. I'm telling you what.
I don't bet props. I'm surprised I don't bet more player props because of the way I got into sports betting and gambling was through DraftKings Daily Fantasy.
Yeah,
that's how I started.
Mariners are already down 1-0. Good.
Already?
What is going on?
Oh, come on, Verlander. You know that's outside the strike, man. It's tied up, so he may go 7. Like he may come back in an extra inning since it's tied.
Oh, come on, McNeil.
All right.
Damn it. 2 outs in the Mets game with bases loaded. Escobar's coming up, who hit a home run in his last at-bat. Come on, Mets. Let's pretend like we're tied for the division with.
Oh, that's the strike. Yes. Come on. I don't even need to watch the game no more if I get this strikeout. I don't need to watch it no more. That's all I wanted. Come on, Verlander.
Double to center.
Come on, Verlander.
Lined out. All right. Well, whatever. All right. So next game.
Yes.
Another barn burner. Browns versus Falcons.
Browns.
Yo.
I mean,
I kind of like the over in this game.
Really?
What is the total?
Both these teams have been over teams so far. Both of them are 3-0 to the over.
What's the total? I got it at 54.
It's a 54?
No, I capped it at 54, the total. I don't know what.
That's way over.
Yeah, the total is 49. 49.
Yep. I say over. Oh! That's what I'm talking about!
Makes it match.
Let's go. Fuck you, dog. I'm good.
We are tied in New York. We are tied in New York.
Woo!
Let's go.
I love it. You gotta love it, baby. You gotta love it.
He's carrying the team on his fucking back tonight.
This game might be an over for sure.
Woo. Yeah, man. I'm thinking of Browns. Rush defense only giving up 83 yards, and that's what the Falcons do. They run the ball, averaging 156 yards a game. But they are allowing 110 yards rushing, and that's what Cleveland does the best, is run the ball. So it's a clash of the rush defenses here, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely on Falcons 7 turnovers, in 3 games. Browns only giving up 1. Yeah, I'm definitely going with Cleveland. And I may do that over because, like I said,
I do like Cleveland in the over. What I may look to do for that game, instead of betting Cleveland money line, I might look to take the Cleveland team total over instead.
Yeah, that's a good look.
Because I noticed this when I was writing down, because I was just on Terry's show doing this. When I was writing down the plays, I was looking at this week because I capped the games a little bit. One thing that on all these plays that is missing is a point spread bet. I have team totals, overs and unders for team totals and totals in general. Like that's all I've got this week. And I kind of maybe want to focus like that because I remember I used to bet just tons of just totals and team totals before, like especially with hockey. That's one thing you'll notice if you watch my capping with hockey, most of it is going to be a total or a team total. I rarely do money lines because I got fed up with my underdogs blowing 2-goal leads in the third period when their team totals would have smashed. So,
yeah. So the Browns, they're scoring 28.3 points a game. That's 6th in the league. They're giving up 24, which is 23rd. So that is a good over there, or lean to the over. And they are 7th in the NFL in rushing yards for the opponent. It's 83. Passing yards, they're 240 at 18. They're not going to – Falcons, I guess I don't know. Falcons do run the ball. The problem with the Browns is that Jets game knocked me off the Browns because that was that day the fucking Browns and the Ravens. I woke up, had a good day, watched the game. I'm like, I'm going to go 5-0 in circle bets, and I started 0-2 because the Ravens.
Yeah, and then the Rams fucked me later in the day with the blocked punt field goal or whatever it was.
Coolio died.
Yeah, I was going to mention that earlier.
Yeah, my wife just came in and told me that. I was like,
hell?
Okay.
Yeah, Coolio died.
What did he die of? I guess you're not going to say, but
I saw somebody posted that he's filing in Gangster's Paradise.
Well, that's kind of a morbid kind of deal, but that's all right. 59. I didn't realize he's that old, dude. I must be getting old because that was in junior high. That was the jam. He was kind of goofy, I guess. It wasn't like a. Would you consider him a gangster rapper? I don't know if.
No, he's a pop rapper.
Yeah, that's the thing. He just that right off the bat, that hairdo just makes him a kind of a goofy. I don't want to talk about. Props to Coolio because he got that one. One hit wonder. Actually, had a couple songs, but if Weird Al Yankovic covers your song, then you've made it.
Yeah.
He did Amish Paradise.
Oh yeah, I know that song.
Yeah.
I bet his royalties was great on that song because it was played everywhere. So he lived just off that.
You know what it was? It was a soundtrack. It was the main song for Dangerous Minds with Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
And
so
2-1 in that Brewers game now. Yeah. Home run for the.
If you're the main song in the, that was back in the day when music made money. When they had albums and shit.
Yeah, soundtracks were like legitimate albums
in the 90s
for real.
Sure.
Do you remember that Above the Rim soundtrack? Oh my god, bro!
What was on that? Let's look.
That Tupac had 2 songs on there. Man, you got to go through it, but that soundtrack was nice.
I'll look it up.
But yeah, that's when you used to really and I tell my son all the time, y'all are so spoiled because when we were growing up, we had to actually go to the store and buy the music.
Yeah, we had okay, first of all, Blockbuster for movies, Sam Goody. What was the other one? The other it was Sam Goody and there was another CD warehouse type of place.
Yeah, it was we had Sound Waves down here. We had Warehouse Music, Sound Waves.
Warehouse. That was the one.
And we had another one, Camelot. Remember Camelot?
That was a putt out here.
So back in my day.
Yeah.
For real, man.
I don't know. I remember CD. Fuck, dude. CDs were awesome. So the Above the Rim soundtrack, you had Regulate by Nate Dogg.
Yep, there you go. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Big Pimpin' the Dog Pound.
I'm telling you, that album is tight.
Part-Time Lover by Ashton. Did they cover? That's a Stevie Wonder song.
Part-Time Lover. Yep. And the thing about that music is Snoop took all the Death Row music off of streaming services because he bought it.
Tupac had two tracks.
That's so much pain.
Jewel was on it. Yeah, that's a good one.
I wish I can jam it, but hey, it's all good. I see why he did it though, because he wants to get the artist paid that
Tower Records,
the music.
Tower Records, they were everywhere.
Oh, JoJo, Tower Records.
Tower Records was like 2 stories, like with the fucking escalator in there.
I remember Tower Records too. Yeah, man. Like for real, these kids are so spoiled now with this social media.
Oh, like, dude, when Napster came out, dude, I pirated all the fucking music, and then LimeWire and
LimeWire. I was on LimeWire.
Oh, check this out. So my freshman year in college, I think it was LimeWire, but LimeWire had there was Kazaa and then LimeWire. They changed names. Okay, so LimeWire, I downloaded Goldmember, the Austin Powers movie, and I got a letter in my dorm room mailbox. I don't know how they figured this out, obviously by IP address, from like Sony Pictures or whatever production house produced that movie, saying that pirating movie is illegal, that they're gonna come after me. And granted, I'm such small beans, it doesn't matter, but they didn't know what to do. This is the point. All these copyrights didn't know how to attack it because all of these kids were downloading. This is early 2000s, like 2002. They didn't know how to combat this. There was no way of blocking it from happening because it was file sharing. Someone owned it, and they would just upload it to the server, and then everyone could get it.
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right, Browns Falcons over. I think that's a good look. I find it hard to back the Browns though. Right.
I like that team total.
That's why what's the team total?
What is it? Because I can't see it right now. 24. Yeah, I think. Let me write that down because I may play that instead of the. Where's my pen? Okay. I like that. That's a great look. Team total 25. You said
24.5.
24. Well, yeah. 25.
Dude, Gangster Paradise is going to be in my head all night. Ooh.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna take that.
It's going to be in my brain all night now.
Been spending most of our lives.
Yeah.
That movie was actually pretty good.
Dangerous Minds, yeah.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good.
Is it sad that I know the Weird Al Yankovic version?
Well, I know that one. I know it.
I know it. No, I know it better than the original version.
I'm trying to remember a line from it.
What? Amish Paradise, or the actual real song?
No, from Amish Paradise.
As I walk through the valley where I harvest my grain,
I remember
my
that
wife and realize she's very plain, but that's just perfect for an Amish like me. You know, I shun fancy things like electricity. At 4:30 in the morning, I'm milking cows. Jebediah feeds a chicken and Jacob plows. Fool, but I've been milking and plowing so long that,
Even Ezekiel thinks that my mind is gone. I remember that.
I'm a man of the land, and I'm too disciplined. Got a Bible in my hand and a beard on my chin. And if we finish all of my chores and you finish 9, then tonight we're going to party like it's 1699.
Oh, my goodness.
You're welcome.
That came out before you were even born, too.
Yep. I listened to a lot of music that came out way before I was born.
Oh, me
too. I listened to so much
music, not Weird Al. Like, I listened to stuff from the, like Kool and the Gang and shit like that. All right. That's a good look, I think. I'm probably off that game, especially for Circa. I have it capped as the Browns half a point.
Browns -4 for me is my
really?
cap for it.
How are we so far? I don't know. How are we so far off? All right, Commanders and Cowboys. This is one of my favorite games, actually.
Ugh.
Hold on. I need a beer. Be right back.
I have the Cowboys as a 5-point favorite, and I don't want to bet them.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch this game either.
This feels like a buy low spot on the Commanders, but I can't back them either.
Not even the points?
It's a 3.
Yeah, not even the points?
I don't know. I don't see
because it could be a field goal
value.
game. I think it could come down to a field goal.
Probably. Mariners just tied it up for you, and they got second and third.
Good. Here's my thing on this game. I have the Cowboys as 7-point favorites, first of all. And Nick knows this, and actually LJ knows this.
I think I had them originally as 7-point favorites, and I bumped them down 2 points for Cooper Rush.
I'm not sure. Okay, so I have something to say about that too, but I do not like the Cowboys. I not like the Cowboys. I tend to think that they're overrated a lot. I think in this situation, we're going to be getting really good betting lines, and here's why. Number one, that pass rush fence, that pass defense.
Their defense is really good.
Is legit. And
you might talk me into the Cowboys this week, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, and here's the deal. What's Carson Wentz known for doing besides getting hurt? He's known for not making bad decisions. And when Micah Parsons in your face, he's going to make bad decisions. He's going to throw interceptions. Interception props probably a good one. And the Cowboys offense, Pollard showed that he's a dude, and Zeke ran for over 100. Zeke ran for over 70. You can't really count on Zeke. But Cooper Rush is doing a fine job. Of all of the quarterbacks that are fill-ins, he looks like the best one to me.
I mean, they are doing way better with him than they did with Ben DiNucci last year.
Ben DiNucci.
Yeah, Ben DiNucci got a couple starts last year when Dak was hurt.
So what did Cooper Rush was? I mean, this is all he has.
Cooper Rush got hurt too last year, I believe.
Yeah, 21 for 31. So what is that? Over 60%. 215 yards, 1 touchdown. That's all you need with no interceptions, no turnovers. That's all you need to do when one of your running backs runs 105 yards, the other one runs 73, and CeeDee Lamb, who actually should have had 2 touchdowns, that stupid smile on his face. If you're a pro sport player and you screw up, don't smile like an idiot.
Right?
Yeah, what a fucking dope. But I think the Cowboys are not going to beat the Eagles. The Eagles might be the best team in the NFL. I said it. They're not going to win the division. The Cowboys just showed me that they're live if they play this way, with Dak or not, they're live to be in playoff contention. They're live. And the Commanders are not. The Commanders were a good bet the first game of the season. We won that bet. That's why I don't like Jag. I mean, the Commanders won that game with Wentz throwing 2 touchdowns in back-to-back drives, and they still won the game. And that was in
interceptions back-to-back drives.
Interceptions, yeah. Interceptions back-to-back drives in their own territory. So I'm high on the Cowboys. I think the main angle on this one is that pass rush versus Wentz is dangerous. If anyone else has any thoughts on that, I don't know. I'm probably the only one on that game. But
what about the under in that game?
Yeah, I was just going to say that because the thing about it is that third downs is going to be the key.
Here's the problem, though. It's a 41.5.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a little low.
Yeah, that is. Washington is 7. They're averaging 7 of 14 on third downs. Dallas is only 4 of 13. So they can't convert, but Washington can't run the ball, only averaging 86 yards. Dallas is.
How many sacks have they given up? That's what I'm about to look at right now.
That they've given up?
Yeah, that the Commanders have given up.
I don't know. I know they have 8 on the season. I don't know about giving up. But this is the division game, man, and I just feel it's going to come down to a field goal. It's going to come down to the
sack percentage is 6.72. That's 12th, so they're slightly above average. Well, wait a minute. That's on defense. On offense, they've given up QB sacked. Oh, here's the deal. QB sacked 10.34. They're 29th. Wentz is getting sacked like a mofo.
Mm-hmm. And he has to pass the ball. He's leading the league in pass attempts because they can't run the ball. So the ball's going to always be in his hands.
Super well blowout million unit play Cowboys. Big circle.
Yeah,
that's my best bet.
I'll take a look back at the Cowboys a little bit later.
Yeah. And I can't believe I'm so hyped on the Cowboys because I can't stand them sometimes.
Yeah, the defense is keeping them in games for sure.
Cardinals have second and third with one.
But the offense looked okay.
Yeah, but it was against the Giants.
That's true. That's true.
So
this is against the Commanders.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's not saying much, right? Yeah. But I think Dallas can handle them. I just don't think they're just going to go in there and dominate.
I think you could get 3 at -120 earlier today. You can still
Cowboys at 3.
Come down. The lines come back down to 3.
I'm seeing 3.5 on Bet Online, but you can get a 3 on Bet Online for -127.
You can get a 3 everywhere on all the books, all the.
So that's going to go back down
to 2.5 or 3.5.
To the 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's a 3.5 on Bet Online.
Yeah. Well, let that sharp money come in. I'm set. That's my number one play. That's already a circa play. Taking the Cowboys as favorites at home. That seems like a death wish. But
yeah, right.
but
no, they should
double.
Ooh.
Oh, the Mariners went ahead and they've got 2 out. 2 out with 2 on, but whatever.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to bet the Giants though. It's 2-0 Giants.
Yeah.
Nope. We're heading to the bottom of the 10th in Washington. Atlanta failed to score. I would love for a Washington walk-off here. Give me a Washington walk-off and a Mets walk-off, and I'll be thrilled.
Is obviously Edwin Diaz is
he came in and struck out 3 batters in the top.
But his entrance song is 100% copyrighted, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Are fight songs okay? This is what I want to know. Are fight songs copyrighted?
What do you mean?
Like a team's fight song, like a college's fight song?
Yep, it is.
Yeah, definitely. They have rights to that, yeah.
Yeah. But if you play less than 10 seconds of it, it doesn't get copyrighted, right?
Yeah. It's a certain amount of that.
That's how you're able to play the Zach Wilson clip.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to make an Ultimate Warrior one. I have to.
You an Ultimate Warrior.
I just like his. I was actually more of a Hulk Hogan fan, but I just like his entrance song because it's like. Yeah, it's very corny, like 80s rock and roll music with a very corny like neon. Like he's a big buff guy on roids, but he's wearing neon pink and shit with arm flares. You know, it's very confused. Yeah. He's very confused, which actually he'd fit in. He'd fit right in with today's society. That's for sure. I am
on, Brewers.
My neon pink is manly.
They brought in Devin Williams.
Who are the 2 people I think there's only a very few people to body slam Andre the Giant. Hulk Hogan did it. Ultimate Warrior did it. I'll look it up. Stat of the day. I hope that's not the copyrighted, Dan Patrick.
That is a good question.
Yeah. How many people body slammed Andre?
Oh no, it's the amount of time. It's the amount of people that they put it in the script for.
Obviously, it's scripted, but it was back then. It was fun.
That's why I never got into
every wrestler to body slam Andre the Giant. I knew that there's something. There's 10.
Whoa!
Cardinals have bases loaded.
Riki Shosu, Strong Kobayashi. So these are all people that body slammed him before when he was wrestling in Japan. These weren't WWF guys. The only WWF guys. The only 2 WWF guys were Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan. All the rest were like goofy underling leagues. There you go.
Well, I know one thing that was very impressive when Goldberg jackknifed Big Show.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
That was crazy. He picked him up and held him too. Like,
real. You get momentum with that one. You can get forward momentum. You can kind of get
that. But even still, though, he held it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, body slams with those guys. The guy getting slammed pushes off with his legs. I mean, you can't pick up 450 dead pounds with a bent over back. You'll break rip your.
It'd be a good question. Who had the best finishing move of all time?
For me, let me think. There are a bunch of them. Razor Ramon was a good one. The Razor's Edge.
I like Randy Orton, the RKO, dude.
Or what about the Tombstone Pile Driver? Is just a pile driver, but it's famous.
That's just a pile driver.
What about Bret the Hitman Hart? The what was it, leg lock he did? I forget what it was. Sharpshooter. The
sharpshooter. Yeah.
Or Sweet Chin Music from Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
See, that's when wrestling was good. Fuck all these guys now.
Yeah, right. Me and you could talk it all day, bro. I could talk wrestling all day.
Yeah,
like, for real.
Anything from Stone Cold and The Rock in the early 2000s earlier. That's all.
Yeah. NWA, Attitude Era,
started talking wrestling.
Yeah. There's a whole thing on Shawn Michaels and Triple H about Generation X and how they were all debaucherous, like China and all them. Yeah, that was good shit.
Yeah, NWO was the best to me, man. Like, we used to have NWO nights, me and my friends.
Yeah.
Like, it was like a celebration every Monday night. Hey, NWO, baby. Come on, Verlander, over here sweating the strikeout, man.
Nationals have first and third, no one out in the bottom of the 10th.
Yeah, he's still in the game. It's tied up in the 7th because he wants to win. He wants to get credited for the win. He may go to full game. And we still may hit that under because it's still 2-2. So if we get one more run and they win, we got the under.
Oh, the camel clutch. The Iron Sheik.
Oh,
when he sits on the back and he pulls the chin up and that I mean, I actually did that and had that done to me. One. That hurts.
That was a good one.
To have your neck clenched back like this and your arms are getting like crucified,
Yeah, you pulled that one out. You pulled that out the treasure box and now for real. That was a good one. But yeah, it's been a lot of, man. Like, we can go on and on, talk about.
Well, that's what the show's about. We talk whatever the fuck we want to talk about. Shout out to a couple of people that are missing. Shout out to Hammer Poop. He's having surgery on his foot tomorrow.
Okay.
Shout out to Moose and his dog who had emergency surgery and doing well. It's also Moose's birthday yesterday. Happy late birthday. What a horrible birthday present. Have your dog have surgery. He ate some toy out of the trash or some shit. Had to have it removed. So shout out to them.
Rise above anything, says Austin 316.
Yeah. That was a good entrance song too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I went to
WrestleMania
in Houston with Stone Cold and The Rock, and Vince McMahon came out and took the Rock side, and they hit Stone Cold like 5 times with the chair.
Yeah,
that was in the Astrodome too. That was a great WrestleMania. Yeah, we've had 2. We had one in the Astrodome, and we had one in Reliant where the Texans play. But I couldn't tell you what's going on for wrestling right now to save my life, man.
No, they're all the same.
I couldn't tell you not even one. Well, I could tell you.
I think I saw a video where Jake Paul was doing it. So, I mean, that
really
just shows you the state of it. Yeah, Jake Paul was at
that's a money grab for sure.
Whatever the big event was.
Yeah, the Generation X.
I just didn't like how they were hyping up John Cena. That really turned me off from wrestling. Trying to make him Hulk.
I was never into
it. It's all about the show. And now what it's about is it's all about big, like, gorilla type dudes. They all look the same. They all have baby oil and slick back hair. And their thing is this weird look and talk. But back in the day, you had like Papa Chongo, you had Doink the Clown, you had like midget wrestlers, you had the Bushwhackers, you had actual like theatrical characters.
Yeah.
And like the storylines back then were like really cool. Now they're all just stupid and intermixed. Now Ronda Rousey's doing it, and I mean, I actually big props to her. I mean, everything she does is, I mean.
She's got that strikeout?
No, he already got the. I laddered it though to like 8. He needs 2.
Hell yeah.
One more. Yeah. So long as he stays in the game, I want him to strike out. Come on. I was gonna go to this game, but it's just so much. It's so far of a drive from where I work. It's like an hour and like 20 minutes. I stay from the stadium. So by the time I get off work, man, it's like, do I really want to make this drive?
See, I remember with wrestling on Saturdays, they had Saturday morning wrestling.
Let's go, Verlander.
Anyway,
we're all just sweating baseball here, apparently.
Well, yeah, well, we're taking our sweet ass time. I mean,
yeah, we having fun. What's the next game? Seattle, Detroit.
Yep, that's the next one.
Detroit.
Okay, what do we like?
Here's the thing with Detroit, and I think Dave and I touched on this before you got here. I want nothing to do with laying points with them. I will take their team total over though.
What is that team total?
27 on my book.
Oh, really?
Yep, 27. They're averaging 31. So
that's the game. I'm betting that every game until I might bet it every game this season. I bet the past 2 weeks. That's my play on this.
The only thing is DeAndre Swift is doubtful, and we don't know about the status of Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Well, that's the whole fucking deal. But I mean, the total's too high. I mean, it did come down half a point. The total's too high for there to be major injury concern. But you said Swift is doubtful?
Swift is doubtful.
What's the spread? What's the spread on this game?
4.5.
4.5? No, that's not bad. I think they can get a touchdown. Because they're winning every category. Like, Seattle has no advantage over Detroit at all. Not one.
4.5 and 5.5 are scary ass lines for favorites.
I think they can
5.5 is a dog line.
Or how about first half is a better play?
Probably
Detroit first half.
No, because Seattle is a first half team and they do nothing in the second half. We saw that against Denver. We saw that against Atlanta. They don't do anything in the second half of the game. So no, I don't want that.
You're right. I have it wrote down right here. They're only averaging 3 points in the second half. So good play. Good point.
So I would want the Lions full game. Especially if the Lions are the kings of garbage time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's the deal. The backup Jamal Williams for Detroit. He has 4 rushing TDs. He's
very capable. He's very capable.
Two against the Vikings, 2 against Philly.
If you're playing DraftKings this week, funnel him into your lineups. Put Jamal Williams in there. He's cheaper, and he'll get you points.
The Seahawks. Let's look at the Seahawks defense real quick.
Yeah, they have no advantage, man. 5 turnovers in 3 games. They only rushing 74 yards, 3.8 yards per rush.
So I only have them as a 2.72 point favorite. The Lions. I think that's disrespectful, but I hate 4s and 5s. I'm usually on.
Yeah, I have them as a 7.5 point favorite. I have Seattle as the worst team in football.
Yep. The Washington Commanders. Really?
At least one of them.
They are one of them.
They're now number 32 in my power rankings.
I think the Saints are right there too, though, right?
No, Saints I have at 23.
Oh, so who you have second worst?
Houston.
Hey, I ain't disagreeing. I disagree.
Going from the bottom to the top there, Seahawks, Texans, Falcons, Jets, Bears, Panthers, Giants, Commanders, Lions, Saints.
I don't think the Lions are in the bottom 10.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
The Lions are going to work their way up, but they were pretty low to start the year, and a couple games is not going to jump.
I mean, you averaging 31 points a game. You can't be at the bottom of the league.
You have the Jaguars
up how many?
Detroit's
averaging on the bottom.
No, they're averaging 31 points a game.
How many points are they giving up?
Oh,
yeah.
Well, let's do that right now. So I'm on Seattle. They're averaging 15, almost 16 points a game. That's 28th, and they're giving up 23 points. That's 20th. So they're crap.
Lions give up 31 points a game, which is the most in football.
Yeah.
And they're averaging 31, so they're pretty even.
Yeah, there you go. Seattle's rush defense is 30th. Their pass defense is actually 19th. So yeah, this is I'm liking the team total a lot.
Yeah.
Welcome everyone in the chat. By the way, if you're watching, We're streaming this on 2 channels, ESB's channel and Picks from Dave. If you're on my channel, go over to ESB and follow them. They have tons of content. Also on Picks and Parlays. If you're on ESB's channel, come over and subscribe to mine. I'm trying to grow. And if you're on Twitter, do it all. If you're on Twitter, you're probably already following all of us anyway.
Yeah.
Like the over in the Lions game. It's not a bad. I think what is it, 51 or 50? Let's look. It's 48.
The Nationals have walked it off against the Braves.
Are you serious?
You had the Braves?
I had the team total. And they did not get it.
Oh, shit. That wasn't 10 seconds. That was ESPN. If ESPN gets us demonetized, I'm writing a letter.
I didn't even hear anything.
Oh, you didn't? It went dun 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 dun.
I didn't hear that either.
That's definitely copyrighted.
Yeah, rise above anything. Follow us, man.
Yeah, dude. We put up, we're the Brain Trust.
At LJ Sports Media. Why you don't have our names up, Dave? You got to have our names up on the. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Nick's is giggity giggity goo or something, right?
No, that's Tim's.
Oh, it is Tim's. I don't understand that. Yours is Nicholas Earl.
Yeah.
Where's his branding? Where's his branding? Come on, what the hell? He must be a Family Guy fan.
Yes.
That would make sense. That perv, whatever his name is.
Quagmire.
Yeah. Me too. The damn Braves over got me. Well, the Braves were a non-bet team for me after about the All-Star break. I could never get them right. No go. So the Seahawks and Lions. LJ likes the Lions. We like the team total. The over is a good look. Both teams give up points, man. The over might be the look too. But I think I like the team total more than the over. What happens if Seattle just decides not to score? What if Geno Smith finally meets the expectation,
Here's the thing, though. As bad as the Seahawks are, they're going to put up points against the Lions.
What's their team total? Seattle's.
It's a little bit lower, I believe.
I don't have the team totals up.
Well, obviously it's lower. They're a dog.
Yeah,
21.
21?
21.
Then you should
write that down.
Lions might be a good bet there, but I
don't think Seattle can get 21 points.
I think they can.
Nah, I'm gonna write that down. Team total under.
You trust the Lions defense that much?
Yes, at home against a bad team like Seattle. Seattle got to travel all the way to the East Coast at a 12 o'clock time zone game. Yep, I trust Detroit.
Hey, it's not I could see it.
Yeah, I'm already locking that in. We can move on. Titans and Colts.
Yep. Titans and Colts.
Very interesting game right here. Very, very.
Think so? Go for it. I may take the Colts, man. The Titans. What do they do good? Nothing.
Where are the Titans better than
the Colts? They run the ball.
Legitimately speaking, where are the Titans better than the Colts? What
offense? Offense.
Where on offense?
Just running the ball. 104 yards, 226.
So Derrick Henry, you have better than Jonathan Taylor?
No, I have Jonathan Taylor better than Derrick Henry.
That's what I'm saying. Which positions do the Titans have that are better than the Colts?
Nothing. That's what I'm saying. I'm picking the Colts. I think the Colts have the advantage on
offense. The coach, maybe.
Is he Mike Vrabel?
You don't think he's a good coach? I don't
know.
I like him as a player, so maybe I'm biased.
Maybe maybe it's the home field that I'm swaying to. I'm taking
Titans are giving up a ton of points a game, 28 points a game.
There you go.
But the Colts I don't know. I don't know if we can trust. What do you call it?
I may go first half over.
They're 29th. They're 29th in rush defense and 24th in pass defense.
Yeah, I don't know if we can rely on the Colts to put up that many points against the Titans. Though I think this is a low scoring game. I like the under in this one, under 42.5. and I'm looking at the Titans under 20. I think this is a game where they can win 21-17 Colts, something like that.
Well, I think most of the points will be scored in the first half, though.
So our first half over.
Yep, that's what I'm looking, because I got it capped to where the Titans only average 2 points in the second half, and the Colts only average 8.
Here's an interesting number. The Colts are third in the NFL at 77 yards given up per game on the ground. Mm-hmm. So if that's all they can do, the Titans are going to have trouble.
Yeah. Also, looking at the Colts numbers there, I noticed that obviously their game against the Jaguars is going to drive your numbers way down because they didn't put up anything in that game. That was the game they were without Pittman, which is their best weapon on offense. Mm-hmm. Even with Jonathan Taylor on that offense, he's the one that is the biggest on that team. Mm-hmm. So I think that's why they struggle. And granted, it's still Jacksonville. You should have put up something against them, but I mean, I was all over the Colts last week. Colts were a team that we all liked. I felt like on the show last week.
Not me.
I
think the Colts are overrated this year. I wondered why everyone thought they were the same team with Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is Carson Wentz with a better brain.
I think we just needed to give Matt Ryan some time to get adjusted to this offense, and then they're going to start to perform.
He's an old man. He doesn't have much time left. He doesn't have much time. He might die.
No, meaning a couple weeks. This is why the Colts always start off bad and then end the year better. It's because they've had 5 quarterbacks in the last 5 years since Andrew Luck retired.
I think the Colts' problem is not having
consistency
coaching mix-up.
And probably next year they're going to have another one.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers don't learn.
Yes, rise above. He's old. He's an old man, and he looks sickly too. Him and Tom Brady need to eat a cheeseburger. They look really, really like Skeletor.
Yeah.
There's a 1980s reference.
And Kansas City lost that game on special teams, man. The Colts really didn't dominate or do anything special. No. Kansas City lost that game.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Teams aren't going to go undefeated. Like everyone at the beginning of the season like lays out who should beat who. There are going to be question marks. Like look at the Jaguars. Everyone's higher than the Jaguars. I don't give a shit. This team is going to finish. They're going to peter out. Great. They beat the Colts.
I will say this, and Jaguars finish higher than the Titans this year.
Maybe, but
I mean that's not saying a lot.
If the Jaguars win,
they may win the division.
I think the Titans compete with the Texans for last.
The Jaguars might win the AFC.
The Titans have downgraded that much. There was a reason why the number 1 seed in the AFC last year was a pick'em on the make playoff line. They were minus 115 on both sides for the make-miss playoffs. This team is bad. Last year, they were fluky as hell. I think they went 7-2 in one-score games. Like, they were the luckiest team last year in the NFL.
Who?
Titans.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree. I never was high on the Titans because I don't trust Tannehill.
Oh, yeah, Tannehill is overrated as hell. And Derrick Henry is going to be injured by week 7 because they keep running him into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I think teams have kind of figured him out. I mean, he just runs up the middle. Granted, he looks so big. He looks like Jerome Bettis, but not as shifty. He just runs you. I mean, he looks like a truck.
Yeah.
But they are a one-trick pony. They are a one-trick pony, and that trick is not going to work. The Colts have one of the best rush defenses this year.
I think the Colts shut them down defensively.
Yeah, I have the Colts as a 4.23 favorite.
I have them at 4.5. Yeah.
Yeah, which is a lean to the Colts, but I don't the eye test.
I don't want to lay 3 and hook with them, especially with their offensive.
And the eye test to me is not a good one. I'm not big on the Colts. I'm down on them, but I said that before the season.
Marlins don't score in the top of the 10th. We head to the bottom of the 10th, tied in New York.
Yeah, where are we at with our bets? Where are we looking at? The Yankees are killing the Blue Jays.
I'm looking at right now a push in that Brewers game.
That's Yankees won that.
2-1. I need a run in the
bottom.
It's
the end of the 9th. It just ended. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So the Yankee game over? Yeah.
Mariners 2-1.
I want to see the Rays get that get that top wild card spot. I think the Rays beat the Blue Jays in 4 in that series. I think the Blue Jays are a fade come playoff time.
I don't know. They're a question mark for me.
Yeah, I'm not confident in the Jays at all.
I know right now I'm betting. Where are the standings at? Let's look at the standings. MLB standings. MLB playoff standings. Or do this. MLB wild card. That I put all of them in there.
Yeah. For me, when I'm looking at which teams I think are going to succeed in the playoffs, there's one stat that I really like to use that'll kind of tell me how they'll perform in the playoffs. And it may sound like a super simple stat, but I look for the team's record versus over 500 teams. If you can beat the good teams, I think you can go far in the playoffs. If you struggle versus the good teams, then I think you're not going to go far in the playoffs.
I'm gonna tell you what. This is a future I might play. What are the Cardinals to win the World Series?
Oh, no idea.
They're a team of destiny.
That's not a bad look.
Team of destiny. Cardinals are 22-1.
I think the Guardians are a great look for that.
Who are the? I have to say it for the millionth time. The second half teams are the Guardians and the Cardinals. I'm telling you. But the Cardinals are the team of destiny. They've got those 3 old guys that are probably their last year. One definitely is their last year. And
no, that's all their last years.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
That's why. That's why when I wrote all my futures down, one of the
22-1 for the Cardinals, and then what are the freaky deaky? Guardians are 35-1. Those are if I throw a unit on each on those, I won't even.
I was all over the Cardinals this year. Over 86.5 wins to win the Central, the pennant, the World Series. I have them all written down on my futures. Yeah. I didn't bet any of them because it's just an experiment for me to see how I would do betting futures. But I was telling Dave this earlier, LJ. I wrote down player futures. My player futures, like MVP, Cy Young, look like are going to go 2-14, but up 19 units if I would have bet them. I had Judge MVP and I had Alcantara, Cy Young.
He started off great.
Yep. Alcantara and McClanahan petered out.
I have McClanahan too.
Before we jump back in the NFL, there are 2 games tomorrow. I have thoughts on one. I know LJ probably doesn't. Nick does. I think we're on opposing sides. I think I might be laying all those points with BYU at home.
I'm staying off. No. I would lean towards the Aggies, but I'm probably not.
My index is at 20. They're at 24. The problem is that Utah State. I was talking about this with Cab. They're one of the worst teams. They are one of the worst teams in Division I football. And
crazy because they were the Mountain West champs last year.
Well, they're bad. They're bad. And just look at their stats and just look at their games and how they play or watch them play. But BYU at home in a pseudo interstate rivalry game, crazy. The freaks come out at night in Provo. I'm telling you, crazy shit happens. And I don't see. I mean, this team is physical and big. The problem is BYU doesn't jump out.
They don't cover big spreads. I had YO plus 21.5 last week.
Well, that was a freak deal. But they don't jump out. The thing is they're going to have a big second half. I'm just leaning towards it. It's a lean. That's the only game. The other game is what? South Carolina. That seems like South Carolina State versus South Carolina. No, thank you.
Tim likes the under. I don't look at those games.
Yeah, that's a Tim kind of bet. That's a Russian table tennis bet. Although he did have that freaking Chattanooga, Tennessee under that he keeps bragging about.
Oh yeah.
Was that you? That was him. Yeah. Yeah, you're the more level-headed one. That's for sure. What about the under at 60 in the BYU game? I don't know.
Yeah. I think that line's about right.
That could be right. Because, I mean, the game could be 45 to 50, 48 to 14 or something like that, or even like 45 to 21. I mean, they're going to probably be able to score on them, but Utah State's bad. Anyway, let's get to the next game. Bears-Giants. Giants are a 3.5-point favorite. I have the Giants at 2.71. The Giants were that was a weird game for the Giants. They look good sometimes, they look bad sometimes. Daniel Jones rushing props probably a look at going forward every single game. Seems like all they can do. What happens is the wide receivers can't get open, and the O-line does a decent job, and then he finds a gap and runs the ball.
What's the Bears' rush defense?
I'll pull up their
because that's important.
Yeah. Let's look at the Bears. The Bears.
I saw the Giants were finally able to. Now they didn't score many points, but they were finally able to start moving their offense.
They did move the ball. I will say that.
Yeah.
And it was field goal city. Gano, that prop, LJ's prop hit.
Yeah, I was actually looking at, and this is going to sound weird, a similar game to what the Bears and the Texans did last week, 23-20. I think the Giants can win this game 23-20.
I agree.
Chicago has the total over and the full game over.
Chicago has the worst rushing defense in the NFL. Oh,
no, sorry. Saquon Barkley is going to chew him apart.
Yeah, sounds about right.
The second worst, and then they have the ninth best passing defense. So that would make sense. He's not going to be able to pass.
The Bears are going to run the ball down the throat too, but I think they're going to be able to get yards against them. Both teams, I think, are going to be able to move the ball, running the ball against each other.
Yeah, because the Bears only average at 95 yards passing. Justin Fields cannot throw the ball.
Did get hurt. He's not good. That's not going to be. I mean, that means Galladay might be a play on my fantasy team. But the thing, they're not going to get him the ball. I think I think the Bears are going to shut down the pass. They're going to have to run, and they're going to shut down the pass, and then Daniel Jones is going to run out of passing plays. What's Daniel? I'll have to look at his player prop, but I'm going to write that down. Daniel Jones. And then obviously Gano's field goal prop is a look too.
Yeah, I'm definitely on that.
I picked him up on – I dropped my
love kicking field goals.
I picked him up on my fantasy team. Daniel Jones rushing.
The Giants are 3-39 on third downs for the season. That's horrible. That has to be the worst in the league.
Base hit. They're sending him. They're sending him, and ball game over. Put it in the books. The Mets win. Let's go.
Good job,
Escobar. How fitting, Escobar carrying the team on his fucking shoulders tonight and walks it off for the New York Mets.
Did you bet the game?
No.
I'm a fan. He's a super fan.
Oh my God! The Cardinals top of the A2 on.
Struck him out. End of the inning. We head to the bottom of the eighth in Milwaukee.
Oh, look at you! You got a nice feed over there.
Called MLB.TV.
Hey, man, do what you do.
Or you can do YouTube TV has all the MLB games too. And on MLB.com you can choose what team's feed you watch, right?
Yep.
That's awesome. I love that feature.
So we're gonna take a live bet in this Dodgers and Padres.
What are we thinking?
It's 0-0, top of the third.
Well, let's look at the odds. Dodgers.
I'm on Uranus' strikeout pro. Where is he at? He's at 2. Okay.
It's locked up. Well, the money line is Dodgers minus what's locked. Everything's locked up now. It was minus 135. I only want to take I'll take a minus 110 or better.
Well, we got to wait till somebody score first, right?
I'd love Padres to score. Love it. Yes, please. We've got the Rangers and Mariners, top of the third. Rangers have first and third with 2 outs. Young is up. I think you say Jun they just got an out, so it's middle of the third. And then Diamondbacks Astros, top of the 8th, tied 2-2. Come on, baby.
Yeah. I think the Astros going to walk it off, man.
Look at this Uber. Where are you? Get in here.
Tim, get in this thing real quick.
Yeah, the Jets suck. Yeah. That boy is. I'm going to say this. No homo. That's a good looking dude.
Is he supposed to come back for this game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
and that
they may have a chance to cover that game.
If you're gonna choose a friend's mom to that would be the one.
Why not be your ex-girlfriend?
Yeah.
I'm on the Jets.
The goat right there.
You're on what?
I'm on the Jets.
Are we jump in there yet? Or are we gonna go?
I mean, I'm just saying we can wait till we get to because we got Jacksonville and the Eagles next.
That's the next one I'm looking at too.
Yeah.
What I'm looking at.
Doug Peterson coming back home to Philly.
See that angle to me, everyone's saying that angle to me. So what?
Yeah. Right.
Eagles defense is elite.
The team is fucking the truth, and this is a Jaguar. The problem is I have the Eagles as a 7-point favorite.
Same.
I say I have to have a compelling reason for a team to be 6.5 or 7 points to want to take the favorite. I don't think there's any more compelling reason than the Eagles against the Jaguars, the overperforming Jaguars, and maybe the best team in football.
I'm going back to the Eagles.
I was looking at the Jaguars in this game. Team total under.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I'm on the Eagles first half.
What are the Jaguars doing?
Full game under too.
Let's look at their stat. Let's look at the stats because I'm doing it for every game now. I wonder how did they shut the Colts out? I mean, that's
plain and simple. Matt Ryan didn't know what the hell he was doing.
Yeah. All right. So they're fourth in the league at points allowed, but then they shut a team out, so that's skewed. They're they're the first best team versus the rush. They have an awesome rush defense, 55 yards. That's the main thing. And then they have a 21st in passing defense.
Who are we talking about? Jags?
The Jags.
Okay.
And the sack percentage, QB sack percentage, and he's not getting sacked. That's the other thing.
Well, the Eagles have a chance to sack him because they have 30 quarterback hits, 12 sacks on the season.
So they face that one. And the thing about it is the Eagles with their great rush offense, they're facing a team. Yeah, this is probably a little tougher than I thought. The line's probably accurate, but they can throw the ball too. I mean, Jalen Hurts is underrated.
Yep, number one in third down efficiency, 50%. But like I said, I've been on the Eagles first half every game, so I'm not wavering from that. So I'm on the Eagles first half.
I want to back the Eagles. I think the way I'm going to back the Eagles is with the Jaguars team total under.
I want to back the Eagles too. I'm not taking. I'd love to make them a circle play, but I think that's a stupid one. I think it's too juiced. You shouldn't be taking. They could blow them out though. They could smoke the shit out of them.
Really, I can see it. But who's the Eagles played? Who's their competition? Detroit.
They've had
Washington,
decent. Besides Washington,
and the Vikings,
who are supposed to be good, and the Lions, who score points.
Yeah.
Not world beaters, but the Lions are a decent team. People, put some
and the
respect.
Jags have played who? Washington, the Colts, and Chargers.
Yeah.
An injured Chargers team.
Granted, that was a convincing win.
Yeah, the Chargers are banged up though. Because I think that's why I'm picking the Texans money line over the Chargers.
Fair ball down the line for the Brewers. Looks like
I think Eagles win.
Second and third, nobody out for the Brewers in the bottom of the eighth.
Let's go.
If the Brewers cover the -1, I'll break even for today because I had I had plus money with the Jays and I got -101 with the Brewers, so I had break even.
All right, let's go Astros.
Yep, get one run and go into the bottom of the top of the ninth. I'm in for that. Let's do it. Come on, Astros.
Let's go.
Get that under. Get that money.
But yeah, I'm on the Eagles first half. That's my play. And then I'm on the Jets over the Steelers because I'm going to fade the Steelers until TJ Watt come back because they have not won a game when he's not in the lineup. So I'm just going to stick to that trend, simple trend right there.
my lines my projected line likes the Steelers a little bit.
Yeah, my projected line really likes the Steelers a lot.
Yeah, and what are we going to get out of Zach Wilson?
What's the points? What's the cover?
3.5, I think.
3.5.
Is it 3 or 3? It's a 3. I'm taking it. I was worried for the hook. I'm taking it.
Yeah, I'm on the Jets, bro.
I know. I'm taking it. I have the
Steelers -3 and -118.
Yeah, I have the. I happen to think that the Steelers haven't found their groove. I don't know if they have a groove, but they haven't found their groove in offense. And T.J. Watt is out.
I don't think Trubisky's going to find a groove. To be honest,
I don't know how much he has to versus the Jets. The thing, and by the way, you have an injury. You have a quarterback coming back in. A second-year guy.
This Pittsburgh defense is still really strong without Watt.
8.5 points is what I have the Steelers. I mean, that's my strongest differential.
I like the Steelers too.
Let's look at what they're doing. Their stats. Let's look at their teams. Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Jets just need to take care of the ball. They have 7 turnovers in 3 games. So.
Zach Wilson's a turnover machine, though.
Yeah.
He still makes rookie mistakes.
They both can't run the ball, so they're going to have to depend on the pass.
Yeah, Steelers' defense has been bad. Bad.
I know this may sound obvious, and I think the total's a little low, but maybe an under.
What's the total?
40.5, I think. 41.5.
Oh, yeah. That's yeah.
41.5 to the.
Here's the thing about the Steelers. They're 28th in rushing defense and 22nd in pass defense, but they're only 18th in points given up. So they're giving up a lot of yards, but they're not. Teams aren't scoring necessarily. Let's look at the Jets. In what world would we ever not take 3 points with any of the year? Steelers versus Jets, it's -3. It'd be like a lock of the century. Bad word, but New York Jets. Let's see here. Jets are giving up they're 26 in points given up.
Bases loaded, nobody out in the bottom of the 8th for the Brewers. They just walk to Les.
Jets are 14th in rush defense and 16th. So their defense is mediocre. What are they on offense? They're the 26th worst, the 26th best team, or worse, however you want to say. They're 26th in rushing offense, and they're 5th in passing. But that's the thing. That's a fluke. They're 5th in the league in passing yards because Flacco decided to throw for 300 back-to-back. I mean, that's got to be – anyone that capped that's a genius. Or just
he's throwing the ball 50 times a game.
And the thing is, I see value with the Steelers, and I gave 2 extra points to the Jets for Zach Wilson rather than Joe Flacco.
Give him half a point. What's Zach Wilson?
2 points, and there's still value on the Steelers because I had the Steelers as 5.5. If it's Joe Flacco, I have the Steelers at a 7.5.
What's Zach Wilson's? Let's look at his stats. I don't even know because I don't care. Care more about that affair he had. I don't know if his affair was she married? Who knows? So that's why I'm more interested in that than the other. Okay, so
that was the first time the Jets scored over 40 since like 2015.
His completion percentage is 55.6%. His QBR is 33. Oh, he's bad. His average. Where's his average? Doesn't say his average passing yards, but I guess I could divide it. I mean, he hasn't thrown over 300 yards ever in a game.
Who?
Wilson. Only 1 year, obviously. He's thrown under 100 yards twice. He hasn't given. I mean, he gave up 11 interceptions. That's not horrible. 9 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. He's the worst version of Trevor Lawrence. It doesn't look like a caveman, though. Trevor Lawrence does.
I just believe that the Jets have more offensive opportunities than the Steelers.
Yeah, we were talking about Coolio earlier.
So that's how I'm looking at it. The Jets are going to be on the field longer offensively. So even if they don't get touchdowns, I mean, they can get field goals. At least they can score. and keep the ball out of the Steelers' hands because Trubisky can't convert on third downs.
Yeah, he looks bad. They need to get Pickett in there.
So I'm with the Jets, man. Plus the points.
So we differ on that. That's for sure. What do we got in this live betting situation? I want to get another bet in.
I'm just going to ride out the Brewers here.
So it's been dropping. Dodgers were minus 130. If it gets down to minus one, it's not going to be minus 110 unless
Padres win that game.
Why?
Why?
Well, I didn't bet it, but Padres were a team I was looking at today, actually.
Whatever happened? Wait a minute. Whatever happened to? I wake up and I fade the Padres.
Yeah, and then I make adjustments for what I see, and they started winning games. And the Dodgers, what do they give a fuck about?
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
Like, seriously, what do the Dodgers have to play for right now?
I don't know. To not get beaten by the Padres. I mean, here's the deal, bro. I was
on the Padres last night.
This is the thing. This is my easy cap for this. If I'm in a game, if you ever get if you get a Dodgers in a tie game in the middle of the game, and you can get minus 120, that's about as good. That's about as much value as you're going to get. One of the best teams in baseball at minus 120. That's usually minus 200 favorite. Let's do this. Let's look at their bullpens. That's what we'll do. I have that up right here. LA Dodgers past 2 weeks have an ERA of 2.41. The Padres have an ERA of 2.79. So they're both really good. So maybe the under might be the look as the game goes on for a live bet. The under is five and check this out. 5.5 runs. It's at minus 135.
Well, you could have gotten what before the game started? I just feel like there's no value in that line.
No, there's not. There's also 3 innings of baseball has gone by.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna find a way, dude. This is what we do.
At 5.5, I'm betting over or nothing because
I just took the under because of pitching today that the Dodgers game. See, I'm thinking about it, buddy. I'm almost there. I need these Seattle Mariners I don't have any of the games going because I got all these stupid screens up. But Mariners have bases loaded with no outs.
There you go.
Yeah.
So the Brewers, hopefully Yelich doesn't strike out here. No ball. They got Giovanni Gallegos in the game. Come on, Brewers. Just give me I'll even take a double play. Drive home a run. Just give me one run. I have the -1. I would love to cash this rather than push. Ball 2-2. What game were we on for football? We just finished the Jets game.
Bills and Ravens are next.
Yep, Bills and Ravens are next. Lines of 3.5 to 4. Last time I wrote this down, I have the Bills as a 2.5 foot favorite. I want to find a way to bet the Ravens. I want to find a way.
I lean Ravens too.
Me too. I'm on Ravens +3.
Ravens. This is the thing. It's not that usually Ravens get really disrespectful lines versus really good teams. This line is about right. The Bills. You'd think the Bills would have a bounce back. I mean, that was a really awful way to lose a game. Really.
They were also in Miami with 100-degree weather, and they're just not used to that.
Well, maybe. That was bad. That was inexperience on Josh Allen.
They looked inexperienced in that game. Yeah. Ball 4. Just walked in a run. Thank you, Yelich.
Let's go.
Mariners scored 3-1.
Let's go. Gonna have a good night today.
We're gonna win it all, motherfuckers.
All right, good strikeout.
I'm gonna hopefully break even.
They struck out
this
the side.
me too. Their corner, they're giving up. They're giving up some points, and they're obviously Tua raped them in the Tua. You know,
I think the Ravens are a solid team. I have them number 5 on my power rankings, and I have them. I think I have the Bills as a 1-point favorite in this game.
Yeah. I'm leaning Ravens. And I think Lamar Jackson, I mean, he could.
Also, I think we're going to get really good line value fading the Bills this year because they're going to have overinflated lines.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
To the point where they're laying points on the road in Baltimore, which I think Baltimore can absolutely compete with them. Ravens money line. Why not?
Why not?
Plus 137. Right? Plus 137. Ravens
Why
money
not?
line.
Because the Bills, they can't run, man. They rely on Josh Allen to run the ball too much, and that's gonna catch up with them.
I was also looking at the under in this game.
That's scary.
The Bills play unders. The Bills have played to the under, and if they do that, I think that the Ravens could also use their running game to milk the clock a little bit.
Yeah. The Ravens depend on a lot of big plays too, because they're only 4-11 on third down averaging, so they depend on the big play a lot as well. But they're rushing 135 yards, and that has a lot to do with Lamar. So
when you rush for that much, the clock is continuously moving, which I think lends yourself to a little bit more unders. I think they went over for the first time last week.
Yeah, I'm on the Ravens.
I like the Ravens in the under.
The problem is the Ravens have the worst pass defense in the NFL right now. And that was because of last game.
Yeah, their secondary is banged up, but like he just said, the Bills are coming off of Miami, then they got to travel to Baltimore
2 games ago.
Yeah, that's going to be tough for Josh. Yeah. Even though I like the Bills, I respect the Bills, that game. But I'm definitely on the Ravens. I think they can get it.
The more and more I look at it, the more and more I like them.
Yeah, I got a heavy lean to the Ravens. I'm getting about a point of value.
That's a consensus pick right there.
Yeah. Yep. That's a good one.
All right, the next game was going to be interesting.
The Chargers and Texans?
No, I don't have that next. I have the Cardinals and the Panthers next.
Yep.
Pass. Move on. Next.
That's kind of like how I feel. What are your thoughts?
I might take the Cardinals because they play better on the road than they do at home, and Carolina has no offense. You know, they're 3 of 12 on third down. They can't pass the ball, averaging 161 yards. Baker sucks, as I said before. So the only thing that they could do is cause turnovers.
Gapper. Oh, ground rule double, 2-run score. Sorry.
Because the Carolina's pass defense is excellent. You know, they're like top 2.
Yeah.
Well, the Cardinals play so much better on the road, man. And this is something that's been happening the last 2 years with Kyler Murray. Because they cause turnovers on the road too. And I think they can cause turnovers on Baker, which would put them in good field position, and they could probably capitalize off those mistakes. So I'm going to lean towards the Cardinals. I haven't made the bet yet. I got to do some more research and, things like that. But I have a heavy lean towards the Cardinals on the road.
I can't trust either of these. This is the battle of the overrated Heisman Trophy winners from the same school. This is the thing. Oh, this is a perfect segue to this. So I think these quarterbacks, this just shows you how good Lincoln Riley is as a coach. Heisman Trophy winner, Kyler Murray. Heisman Trophy winner, Baker Mayfield. Caleb Williams on USC, Heisman candidate. If he wins the Heisman Trophy, Caleb Williams will be a bet-on bad quarterback in the NFL because it's be a trend with all of Lincoln Riley's dudes. Kyler Murray's a bad decision maker. I bet in the cards last week. I got fucked. Baker Mayfield, I hardly ever bet on. I think he's garbage. We all know that. I don't know where to go in this game. I can't trust either team to win a game. And at minus 1.5, it's basically a pick 'em game to me. I have it at a pick 'em.
Yeah, I agree with that. What's the points? What's the spread? You said it's a pick 'em. I'm sorry.
No, it was 1.5. I have them at a pick 'em.
Okay, it's 1.5. Who? Carolina?
Yeah, Carolina. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah. I'll take the Cardinals on that. Like I said, I haven't took it yet. That's a lean though, but you might as well
take them on the money line then.
Yeah, you're right. I should. Both these teams are awful though.
Yeah, I just
both of them are awful. Especially first half. I may take the first half under.
There's a number you can call for this game. You dial 1-800-GAMBLER.
1-800. No, for me, this is going to be on the Who Gives a Shit channel. I just don't care. I mean, it's not even. To me, it's not bettable.
I think the line's spot on. I have Cardinals as a 1-point favorite.
Yeah.
And I'm not touching the total.
Yeah.
I don't want to bet an over with the Panthers. I don't want to bet an under with the Cardinals. So pass.
How about this? Both quarterbacks over 1.5 interceptions.
1.5.
2 interceptions? I don't know.
Or half. How about that? 0.5. I think it's a 0.5.
Yeah, I'll take the 0.5.
Maybe.
Let's do that. 0.5. Because they both can give the ball away. But like I said, third down, Cardinals are 4 of 14 averaging. The Panthers are 3 of 12. So they both suck on third down conversions. So, but I'm with y'all, man. This is a, easy pass. If you just have to bet this game, I may take a prop. I may go back to some field goal kickers in this game.
Yeah, that actually might be the look.
Matt Prater.
Yeah. Prater, yeah. I would say Prater for sure. 2 field goals, at least. Come on. Strike them out, man. Let's get to this bottom of the ninth and walk this off, Astros. Let's go.
Yep, that's looking good. The Mariners got 1 at bases loaded, no outs. They got 1 run. Congratulations. I hate that. Just step on their neck.
All right, Brewers.
5-1, yeah.
That looks like that run line's going to hit, hopefully.
What? I know you guys are rooting for the Brewers. What bets do you have in that game again?
Brewers
Run
-1.
line. Run line. Yep. I got the run line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because it
I
makes
just
sense to take
I
the
took
money
them on the
line.
-1 line at -101. And I know I'm going to do that a lot when I do bet hockey. If I do bet favorites, I'll take them -1 so I can push if they win in overtime, stuff like that. I like the -1 lines.
Hockey. I need to figure out a couple.
I can't wait for hockey. There's preseason hockey going on. Let me see. I kept saying one play today. I haven't bet any hockey, but I gave out a.
We got preseason NBA
that would have won
too.
There's preseason hockey going on right now. Yesterday I gave out because when people ask, I bullshitted it, but I gave out the Red Wings money line against the Penguins yesterday at like +300. Came through, they won 6-2. Today I said, all right, I'm going to turn around. I'll take the Blackhawks around +180. They won 4-2 against the Red Wings today.
I capped my first
Need to
hockey
bet those.
game. Did you see? I capped my first hockey in the group chat on DM. It was the Ducks and the Coyotes. I lost in the last minute. Did you see my cap of that game?
What was it?
It was that Emilio Estevez was because he was the guy in the Mighty Ducks. Emilio Estevez was the cool guy in the Breakfast Club, and I see ducks all the time. I live in the desert, and I see ducks all the time, but you don't see coyotes in the water. So I bet the Ducks.
Well, the Ducks are up 1-0, so you're off to a good start.
No, that was the other day. But they lost. I took the puck line, and I think the Coyotes scored. They lost 3-2. I believe.
When does the regular season start?
Oh fuck! I was asking the wrong person. You heard my cap.
Like 9-10 days.
What's the specific day? Because I know the NBA starts October 12th.
Before that.
When's the first?
NHL regular season starts.
Yeah, I think I'm busy now. It's in the beginning of November. I think I'm busy now in about a month.
Oh no, bro. We ain't gonna have no time, bro.
October 7th.
October 7th on a Friday? Okay.
And they
actually for me, I don't cap NBA real heavy out the gate. I follow some early season certain mantras that I have. And I also college basketball too. I don't cap heavy out the gate, but about December and January, oh boy, college football and all the bowls and everything.
Yeah, October 7th, there's the Preds and the Sharks. They're playing the Global Series in Prague. They play 2 games in Prague.
I love team totals.
And then it starts on the 11th, the regular season. Other than the 2 Prague games are on the 11th. And they start with the Rangers, Lightning, and Golden Knights, Kings. I'm already looking at the Knights in that first game a little bit. I like the Golden Knights this year. I'm probably higher on them than most people are because everyone saw what they did last year. They missed the playoffs. But when you look at it, if you can get a fully healthy Vegas Golden Knights team, they can be one of the best in hockey. They're my dark horse to win the cup, even though they missed the playoffs last year. Stop it.
Stop it, Tim.
Get
What?
the fuck out
Now,
of here.
I'm going to tell you this, though. Jokic
If
has
Jamal
the
Murray
most
comes
pressure.
back healthy, that team is good. With Michael Porter Jr. and Nikola Jokic with Jamal Murray, give Jokic some help with a couple superstars. They're a good team. I mean, we saw what they did a couple years ago when they're all healthy. They made the semifinals and lost to the Lakers in the Mickey Mouse NBA Finals.
The Mickey Mouse? You talking about the bubble?
The ones where they're in the bubble.
Man, Jokic has the most pressure on him this year. He's a 2-time MVP, bro, back to back, and
He
ain't made
won't
it out
win
the second
MVP
round.
this year because of voter fatigue.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but I'm just saying, if you have those accolades, you have to take your team further than the second round of the playoffs.
Agreed.
We saw Giannis did. Giannis was a 2-time MVP. He took him to the finals and won. Jokic has to get past the second round.
Giannis had Middleton with him. Giannis had Bledsoe with him.
But what you just said, this is what you just said. A healthy Porter and
A healthy Porter.
Jamal Murray.
He didn't have that last year.
But I'm saying this year, though. He has it this year.
This year, they should go further. Now, I'm
They-
not an NBA guy. I'm not a huge NBA guy. I will, if the regular season is 140 days long, I'll probably bet 140 plays or 160 plays. I don't bet it that much.
Yeah. Well, I'm an NBA guy. That's my number one cap sport right there.
A couple things really have to correlate for me to bet a game because I'm not an NBA guy. My power rankings has to agree. The markets have to agree. And
I don't do power rankings in NBA. It's too just like I don't do in baseball. They're too frenetic. But I will say, can I hear my echo? Am I playing in someone's?
no, you're good.
It's in my brain. I do not bet. I find value in other places. I hardly ever am betting the big favorites ever until it comes to playoff time. I like a lot of totals in basketball. I've got a total system. I like a lot of big dogs, double-digit dogs, do well. But I will say this: Suns under 50 wins. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, that's a stretch.
If all their play, I'm going to say this. To me, the Suns last year were the best on paper. Were the best team in the NBA. I thought most complete team. Booker got hurt, but I think when you have your dude, you have your dude in the paint, you have your dude in the outside, and you've got a leader that can still dish the ball. Like you have all the pieces. When you get those super teams, like when you get the Nets. Or when you get the Warriors, usually things clash.
The Nets aren't a super team. Don't say that.
Well, I'm talking about when you get all the play, like the Lakers and then the super team. I'm talking about all the superstars on the same team, not necessarily.
There you go, superstars. Okay, I get you.
But you see what I'm saying? When you get all these good, a championship basketball team, it has all the right, just like any other team, has all the right pieces in place. I thought the Suns had all the right pieces in the right places, and obviously they didn't.
Yeah. What's the Nets team total? I'm definitely taking that under.
Yeah, well, they're just
the Nets are overrated as hell.
Man, like you can't even explain how overrated
they were money city at the end of the season. They couldn't cover a spread at home. Oh boy, they were the team to bet at the end of the season last year.
Bro, I was all on them, bro. Like I faded every game, bro, and everybody was talking shit. I'm like, whatever.
There was one team that Tim and I faded more than anybody else last year. It's the Lakers.
Well, I fade the Lakers, and I'm a fan. I mean, are you kidding me? I will say this: there's dead nuts Lakers overs though all the time. That is a certain teams in certain situations, especially with an East-West team on certain travel days and stuff. It's overs. What I do is I look for games between Eastern Conference and Western Conference where the totals are between 220 and 225, and a lot of the times I'm betting the over.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a stat. There was a guy that did that for like 8 seasons long, and that hit it like 68%. Now that was like 10 years ago, but there's something about teams. Obviously interdivision teams are unders because they know each other, but there's something about the style of play And there's something about that number that the books put out. If it's 219 or under, even though it's East and West, you're betting the under. But if it's 220 to 225, and you just watch that, and you'll see huge line movement. The line will come out at 220. It'll be 228 by the next day, just because the sharps are hammering that angle.
Mm-hmm. Astros have a man on second, man. 2 outs, though.
Can we live bet this Dodgers game yet?
Anybody score?
Dodgers are minus 130. Should I pull the trigger at minus? Nah. I'm going to wait.
Yeah, wait till they score. Wait till somebody score first.
Looking at this.
First, I'll get them.
Yeah, I see a tweet here. It says, looking at this upcoming series in Atlanta, the Mets can clinch the National League East with a weekend sweep. They sweep the Braves, they win the East. If they take 2 out of 3, they would lower the magic number to 1 for the final series, meaning they need to win 1 game against the Nationals or have the Marlins beat the Braves once. If they win 1 out of 3, they will control their destiny in the final series.
The Mets are going to the playoffs for fun. We all know that. I mean,
yeah, the bye is a big deal for me, though.
All right, I think rise above. Are you talking about DeAndre Ayton and the coach? Because I heard something today. What's the fucking guy's coach? What's the name of the coach in Arizona?
Monty Williams.
Monty Williams. He hasn't talked to DeAndre Ayton or a lot of his players all summer long, and they were saying, like, why would you do that as a coach? Especially there was some beef between Ayton and the coach. I think that's bad because if they haven't squashed anything, the first time there's an argument on the bench, I mean, you don't want dissension in the beginning of the season, that's for sure. But there is some beef between Ayton and Williams. I think that's what he's talking about.
It could be because Ayton quit last year in the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, they haven't. The word is they haven't remedied that yet.
Yeah, I can see that. I told my friend in Arizona, who's a Suns fan, they probably signed Ayton just to trade him as future bait. That's my opinion. He's
good though, and he fits that. They have the. I mean, they have the outside star, they have the inside star, and they have the veteran that can dish the ball. They've got the pieces. We got two on. Bottom of the ninth, Astros. Crowder, yeah, I like Crowder too.
Crowder's getting traded.
I don't want to hear about Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
That fucking guy, that pussy. He got a contract. I mean, he literally is just sitting there because NBA contracts are guaranteed. What a fuckhead. You know what I'd do is I'd pay him the money and kick his ass off the team. Get out of here. Fuck you.
I mean, what was the point of trading for him? Like, I don't get it. Should have just left his ass in Philly.
And he's not that great, too, by the way. He's a good player, but he was going to be the next superstar, the next, dumpster fire in Phoenix. Well, JoJo
can't even shoot the ball.
We can't. He's just got those gull wings, and he's a defense.
Cash the Brewers.
Let's go. Waiting on these Astros. Let's go.
We want to talk about the Chargers and the Texans?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
All right.
Texans.
Yeah. Chargers 2.96 points. They're at 4.5 or 5. This would be Texans or fade for me.
Yep. I'm all on the Texans, man, because they play much better at home. They're averaging 20 points opposed to 13 on the road. Chargers are allowing 28 points on defense, plus all the injuries. Rashad Slater's left tackle's gone. Bosa left with an injury. I just think they're too banged up to compete. And, Herbert's nursing his ribs too. I'm all on the Texans, man. And they beat the Chargers last year in this spot at home.
So. Chargers worried me after that last game. Not that I rarely bet the Chargers, and then I do, and they lose. I told myself I should never bet against Bill Belichick and Brady and never bet on the Chargers, and I did, and they lost. So I'm probably off the Chargers the rest of the year, unless I find a good spot. But this isn't one of them. This is Texans or nothing. Problem is Texans aren't. I mean, Texans are they're still a mess, man. What are they?
Chargers win. Texans cover.
This is a question. I mean, I don't know much about their ownership. Are they or their front office? What's in their brains? They never get a dude. They never go out and try to get a dude. They let the dude get away. Like, do they want to win? Like,
no. I just think that the owner's son has the team because his dad died, and he just wants to put seats. You just want to fill the seats up because he knows that people still going to come to the game and support. So
he's Ben Simmons.
Yeah, basically, he's not trying to make the team any better. He's just staying the course. That's why he hired Lovey.
What a horrible thing for Houston fans. I mean, obviously, there's a lot in our little group. There's a bunch. What a great big market. One of the biggest markets, actually, if you look at population. A great fan base. It just seems like, I mean, the Astros figured it out, but the Rockets and the fucking Texans need to.
I mean, it's different.
Rockets try, though. The Rockets try. Texans do not try.
Oh, bases loaded.
Do not hit a home run.
He's going to walk it in. He's going to walk and run it.
Watch.
He's going to walk it in, bro. I'll tell you.
So with the over, the under, only one run counts if they hit it in. It's not unless the only way I don't if he
the only way you lose is a grand slam.
Altuve pitch hitting. Altuve pitch hitting. Let's go.
Watch this little fucker hit a home run right now.
Ready for a mighty midget bomb?
That's one of the great anomalies in baseball history. How that guy hits so many home runs. He's 5'5", right?
Yeah. Leadoff home runs too. I think he leads the leadoff home runs.
His bat weighs more than he does.
Let's go, Altuve. Base hit or just walk. Whatever you want to do. And this is a perfect scenario. 2 outs, 2 bases loaded. Bottom of the ninth. It doesn't get any better than this.
No, it could be better. They could have already won.
Yeah, but I'm just saying the scenario is just it doesn't get any better than this. It comes down to this player.
I forgot Mancini was on the.
Yeah. He started off good, but he slacked off.
I liked him on the Orioles.
Yeah, he's going to be an Oriole again next year.
Altuve's trying to bunt.
Bunt it, yes. Bunt. Crunch up so low that there's no strike zone.
Come on, baby. Let's walk it off, man. This would be awesome. This would be a great night.
I watched this. I don't watch the Little League World Series, but I was watching ESPN, and there was a small little kid on the Little League World Series that got really low against his pitcher that was throwing high, and the pitcher threw it. It was at his head, but it's where the strike zone would have been, and the umpire called it a strike. And I'm like, what, was he just telling the kid, F you? Like, you're not going to, angle this guy that way? I wonder in the major leagues if that happens. Like, if you make your strike zone 6 inches, like you get really low, if they threw it where the strike zone would be, if they still call it a strike.
They should.
It's supposed to be from your chest to your top of your knees, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if you're too low for that? I don't know. I thought it was funny. The kid was all upset about it.
Ah, fuck. He popped up.
Well, that's actually really good for me. So there we go. So I win my bet. 2-2 in the it's extra innings now.
Yeah.
I would. Which means a run means it's easier for both teams to score a run now. If I have the over in that game, I'm thrilled.
What? The under? If you score 1 run, game over.
But the Diamondbacks can score at the top, and then Houston could come back and get 2 in the bottom. So
you're starting with the run. That's why I never bet full game overs, is because of extra inning bullshit.
Oh, I do. I do all sorts of bullshit. What are we on? We got 3 more football games. See, we've capped all this, but I don't think any of us. I mean, I know LJ's pretty confident. I've only got 3 for sure plays, which actually is kind of for me. That's good. But I only have
Tim was on, so we can talk over games we will put up on the first.
Yeah, Tim, get on air.
Ooh, I just hit that Urigas.
Look at this! Look at this guy. He's in the chat making all sorts of stupid comments.
Get in here so we can talk circa picks, Tim. Let's go.
We want to hear
back in the last few days.
We want to hear about all the high school girls tennis you're betting on, and
yeah. Looking back at my last 3 days, it's the definition of meh. Today, 1-1, 0 profit, like break even exactly. Yesterday, 1-1, down 0.14 units, and on Monday was probably one of the most unique days I've had ever. I went 0-3. I pushed all 3 of my plays.
That's
I
fine.
had the Jays first 5, I had the Pirates first 5, and the under 39 in the football game. So I have gone 2-2-3, down 0.14 units the last 3 days.
Hey, here's a good one. This guy, I think this is the same. Oh, maybe not. The picture is a picture of boobs. But you guys are white. You guys are white and not Jew. Well, first of all, you're colorblind, and second of all, you're getting booted. There's going to be no prejudice. There's no prejudice, race. There's none of that shit here.
Get them out of here.
We don't do that. Especially if you're wrong. I mean, if we were all white, I mean, you're saying something that's a fact, but you're getting at something that I don't like, so you're gone.
So look, let me throw a parlay to y'all. Let me see what y'all think about this. BYU minus 23.5. Tulane.
Wait, why was Rise Above Everything blocked?
I blocked the wrong guy. How do I unblock him?
I don't know.
Oh shit! I'm trying to get that other.
Because he's an ESB guy.
No. I didn't mean to block him. I was trying to block that. See,
no, you're good.
There you go.
Oh, he's still in the chat. Okay.
Yeah, he's back in.
Tim fixed it. Appreciate it.
Oh, good. See, this is why we need you here, Tim. You goober. It's probably watching The Bachelor with his girlfriend. Nothing wrong with that.
That is I think that is an achievement I can say I've achieved in my lifetime. Is I've never watched a minute of The Bachelor.
Oh, I've been forced.
Or Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Well, I've been forced. Actually, sometimes I actually secretly kind of like that, but
really?
Well, not for the show, but all those girls are damn fine. I mean,
you just watch it for the
yeah,
looks?
yeah. I perv out on them. I don't care about. I don't care about what they have to say.
He sounds like I can look at him. I just look at him. That's all.
Yeah, why not? I'm watching baseball and playing. Okay, now you're blocked. Get out of here. I have a thing. You're in that generation. I have a thing about grown men playing video games from hours on end. I mean, it's okay to do it, but people that are obsessed with it, and he's got a girlfriend too. Usually those guys don't have girlfriends.
I haven't picked up a stick in years, bro. Like, when was Brett Favre on the Madden? That was the last time I played Madden. Like,
the games I like.
I mean, it's a hobby. For us, it's sports betting. For other people, it's video games. I mean, if it's something that brings you happiness, why criticize it?
Well, I don't know.
You can make money on video games too. You can make money on.
You can make money, yeah.
Yeah.
I made money doing video games on YouTube for years.
There you go.
No,
whatever
each
you
their
find
own.
interesting.
Before I did sports betting on YouTube, I did video game content for years. I've been on YouTube since I want to say like 2014 or something like that. I've been on YouTube for years.
Not me. Less than a year, less than 6 months. I fought the social media trend and all that.
Arizona just scored 3-2.
I mean, that's good and bad.
No, that's not good. You wanted no scoring. If you have the under, you wanted no scoring in that.
Are the bases loaded?
No, it's 1 out and 1 man on first. The guy on third that was on second, he just scored on a sacrifice hit.
Yeah, first and third.
No, the guy's off third, so it's just on first.
I'm looking at a game cast. So is that first?
Okay, yeah. You know what? I wouldn't be mad if they won.
Yeah, that is actually not good, but whatever.
Yeah.
You know what? Whatever. All right. That just means that we're going to find a way to bet the Dodgers.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's sweat.
All right. So the Dodgers money line's at minus 180. We missed that. Where are the Dodgers at in the game? That's an important part to talk about, right? The Dodgers, it's top of 5th with the man on with 1 out. I think we wait. If they don't, I think we wait. There's men on first and second. Yeah, the odds are bad. I think we wait.
Yeah, I agree.
We wait. I missed it.
Rockies 3-2. They scored 2 on the Giants.
What is this? Is this Chinese? What is this? What is this? Greek? EGYT.
Oh no, I know exactly what he's talking about. Earl Gaming YT. That was my gaming channel. Was 2015. His was Giggity Gaming. That started in 2017. We both of those channels hit over 1,000 subscribers.
It seemed like it was It seemed like it was. Yeah, that was a big deal. Kelly's in the house. We love Kelly. Kelly, I like the Steelers. LJ likes the Jets.
I like the black and gold.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
Yeah, I was joking around. I was with Tim. I was like, next time I like the Steelers, I want to do a TikTok to that song.
That was a catchy song.
Yeah, you know what it is, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah, I want that song for a Steelers pick.
Was it Wiz Khalifa? Is it Wiz Khalifa?
Yeah, that's Wiz song. Yeah.
Isn't there a porn star named Mia Khalifa?
Yes. Shit, I said that too quick.
Oh, got him. Yeah.
Well, when you play that drum beat and the person looks quickly like, gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha.
The Pornhub, the
the Pornhub thing. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Steelers own Jets.
I saw on Twitter the other a while ago as well. This was funny because you mentioned Mia Khalifa. She has an OnlyFans now.
I'm all about OnlyFans.
Mia Khalifa. Let me look her up. How she look?
She's good looking.
Oh yeah,
she's a porn star.
She's one of the most. She's I think the most famous female porn star in the world.
She might be. She's one of the top. I mean, she's everywhere. She's. But back to football. Sandy,
back to football.
Sandy would know this. Sandy would know this. Sandy is from Pittsburgh, so she's not biased at all.
The one with the glasses. She wears glasses.
But that's probably her outfit for that. She's probably like a librarian.
The
MILF Hunter.
But look, but you got to get the full. Here's the deal. I'm not going to get you in trouble because you're married, but you don't have the full experience unless you watch some of our stuff.
Bro, me and my woman watch porn together. I ain't getting.
Yeah, Mia Khalifa. You're welcome. You're welcome. Come on, Nick. We know that you'd be doing what you doing. By the way, Rise, I'm sorry for kicking you out. That MFer was the person I was trying to get out of here.
He did it on purpose, obviously.
No, I never do that. I see him in
Terry's chat as well.
Shows, yeah. Active chat. By the way, Rise, if you ever want to get on my this is something I want to do. I know we kind of have a little small group, but if you guys, anyone in the chat ever wants to jump on, I'll throw you the link for sure. No other show does that.
Right?
Yeah. Come on. I want Kelly to come on. She's shy.
Jets money line. Till.
Yeah, because the MILF Hunter's back.
Disclaimer, he's a Jets fan.
Hey, I'm riding with him this week. Just this week, though.
I hear some reverb, some
echo.
Yeah. You got the show going on too.
Hello.
Test.
Okay.
Test. Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
I think you fixed it.
Yeah.
How about now? I just unplugged and plugged it back in.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah. I'm ordering a mic and all that stuff. I think I saw what's his face? Big Show had a really cool mic.
Yeah, they lit up. You saw that?
Well, it glows my colors, the pink, the neon pink and blue.
Yeah.
Man, that would be fire.
And he sounded like a radio jock.
He did, dude. I asked that guy to get on, but he's got a really good voice.
Yeah, he has a radio voice for real.
Yeah.
That quiet storm voice, like the late night quiet storm.
Big Show. Yeah, I remember watching him on the college basketball show for what do you call it?
He's the king, dude. Two things with that guy. Amazing UFC parlay.
UFC and college basketball.
Well, and props. He ladders. I mean, he always has the right prop. Like I laddered that.
And if he bets the Tigers, bet the Tigers.
Well, he's a Tigers fan.
Well, but he knows when to bet the Tigers. One thing I've noticed.
He does know that for real.
Well, it wasn't yesterday. I posted my pick. Posted picks 1-0. All the other bets 0-3, and one of them was the Tigers. I told you guys I wanted to bet him versus Greinke on the road. Well, that didn't work out very well.
Yeah.
I'm taking the day off tomorrow from MLB.
Are you?
Yeah.
I will probably.
I don't know if I'm betting. I'll probably get to maybe one game tomorrow. I'm gonna try something next year maybe for baseball, and because I'm a high volume better, I'm gonna cut that down.
Mm-hmm.
Manaya's pitching. I'm gonna find a way to fade him. That's probably the only one I'm doing tomorrow.
So what I'm starting to do is I'm gonna have a couple things where I'm gonna have my projected lines. They have to the play has to correlate with between that, the way the market's moving, and comparing the pitchers. If all three of those correlate, I will bet the play. That's what landed me on the Brewers today. Though all those correlate on the Brewers, it didn't on the Jays, and I bet it because I was fading the clinch angle, and that was a stupid move.
Yeah, I went this MLB. How'd you guys do? That's a good conversation. How'd you guys do this MLB season? Did you guys make money? Did you figure something else out? Talk about your MLB. We'll start with Nick. How'd it go this season?
I don't remember the exact number, but I know we did not finish up. But one thing we'll probably move into next year is we'll probably lower our volume a little bit because we fired out a bunch of plays, and we played a lot of dogs. I'm fine with that. It's just I'm going to feel the need to maybe correlate my plays a little bit more, or make sure that they follow a couple things. And rather than, I know in the beginning of the season I relied a little bit too much on one thing. So it's just adapting, and I think this is my second full season of baseball. So probably less volume next year and a little bit more of trying to have certain plays check multiple boxes rather than one.
I feel you. LJ, I know you put out some fire shit. I know you bet your team, but you bet them in good spots. How'd you do? Did you keep track of your results? A lot of people just say, "Oh, I look at my bankroll." That's how it goes.
Yeah, I'm positive, but like I said, I pretty much break even the majority of the time. Yeah, I'm never really like a high or so low. Yeah. I'm usually like dead even, So, but this was my first year really diving into baseball, Cappy, like with the numbers and the trends and keeping up with it every single day, because I was fully invested in basketball and football. So I never really had the time. But once I got on with Pub Sports, and started talking to the people, I just dove right into it because I started following people like Sharpie, things like that. I start seeing where the money was, and you just got to key in on what works for you and just keep riding it. Hey, Sandy, I was looking at that. Ohtani pitches tomorrow at home versus a left-hand pitcher. Now, Dave, you told me the Angels are good at home versus left-hand pitcher.
They were. So we'll look them up right now.
Cole Irvin is pitching tomorrow versus the Angels on the road.
Okay, so here's a couple. That's a really good dynamic. So we'll talk about that. Cole Irvin is from Orange County. He actually went to my high school. He's a lot younger than me, but he went to my high school. So it's kind of like a homecoming. The problem is Cole Irvin pitches better. He's one of the A's that pitches better at home. Most of them pitch worse away. But let's look into. I look at the last 2 weeks. So I'll talk about my baseball season. But one of the things I do is I started narrowing down what I look at. I used to look at how a team's doing or certain stats doing in a month. Baseball is really about what you're doing for me lately. It really is. So yeah. I've narrowed it down to 2 week stretches. At least the second 2/3 or the last 2/3 of the season. The first third you can't because you don't have much to go off of. But let's look at left-handed, and let's even break it down with left-handed pitching. Past 2 weeks. Update. By the way, we're using fan graphs for people to know there's no secrets here.
Yeah.
I'll tell you where we go, what we do, where we find. There's no secret tribals or anything.
Appreciate that, Rise. You just followed us.
He did. And by the way, shout out to your YouTube channel. He's got a YouTube channel too.
Yeah, Raw Words Podcast on YouTube. Actually, I'll send you the link I'll send it to you directly, Rise.
Put it right there, yeah. And every Sunday night, me and LJ and whoever else wants to come on. Nick, you're invited, Tim.
LJ messaged me about that the other night, and I was laying in bed watching the rest of the game, just chilling. Yeah. And I didn't feel like getting out of bed and all that.
Yeah, Astros about to lose, man. Arizona scored twice. It's now 5-2.
It's 5-2?
5-2.
All right, I lost my bet.
They scored 3 times then.
Yeah, they scored 3.
Oh my God. How did I lose that? I'm taking the Dodgers now. I'm tilted. All right, let's get back to what we're saying.
If that doesn't prove to you first 5 unders, not full game unders, I don't know what does.
That's kind of how many ways did I have to win that game versus losing the game? There was more ways I win it than lose it. Give me a break. That's not a
bullpens and extra inning bullshit.
By the way, the first 5 would have lost too, right?
I mean, yeah.
They did lose, yeah.
Okay, so LA Angels, the past 2 weeks versus left-handed pitching, 279, 788 OPS, 178 ISO, 319 BABIP, 122 WRC plus. They're all above average over the last 2 weeks versus left-handed pitching. Let's dial it in at home. At home, which they might not. At home, they only had 67. Yeah, they're even better. 954 OPS. Yeah, they're blasting left-handed pitching.
And Cole Irving is leading with the most hits in the last 2 weeks. He's given up 9 hits a game in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So Angels may be a spot tomorrow.
The problem is the odds are probably stupid because Ohtani. Fucking can't even believe that. 5-2. Couldn't you just score 2 runs? You had to score 3. Damn it. All right. Let's go to MLB. We're going to get to these last 3 games, but I want to see what's going on because we're talking about it. The Angels are ridiculous. They're minus 260.
Athletics or nothing.
What's the team total?
I'll look that up too.
That might be a play, the team total. First 5.
Well, just guessing the total's at I got too many screens up. The total's at 7. It's probably 3.5. We'll look it up. I don't have that site up because I can't bet FanDuel or DraftKings, and that's where I go for those and where I'm at right now. But I can look up what they are.
Oh, that line's already moved 2 points. Or 2.
I didn't mean to tweet that.
The team totals might not be out too, by the way. Well, they will be out, I think. Okay, team total Angels. It's at 4 at minus 122. Let's try DraftKings. This is where it'd be good to do BetStamp. I'm just not on BetStamp. I might do BetStamp and not have people follow me. I feel like
I would follow you. I like knowing what other people are on.
Well, the problem is that you can't, like, if I use like an offshore, it doesn't. You have to use the odds that are there. But the other thing too, and it does have it doesn't.
You can adjust the odds there.
But you can. The problem is the adjusting. I'm a staunch guy.
You in Houston, Rise? He says he's in Houston.
Who's that?
Rise above anything. He says I'm in Houston too, LJ. Okay, where you at? Hold on, let me send you a message. Where you live, bro?
He's gonna come get you. MLB odds. I'm still trying. I'm trying to get to this team total over, so I'm not looking at the screen. Motherfucking Diamondbacks! You got to be fucking kidding me.
It's all good, man. It happens.
Yeah. I know. It just is. We were so close, and that's the only bet I posted. Okay. Angels. And on there, the team total over is 4.5 at plus 105. Yeah, the odds suck.
Yeah, I'll stay off.
Yeah, I'm off it. I'm not pushing anything with.
I do a lot of my capping for baseball more in the morning now because I have more numbers available to me. I like where the lines move, and Fangraphs comes out with their win percentages, which I use to kind of gauge where the line should be. That's like my power. There's how you can index baseball. If you go to Fangraphs, you go to scores, you go to live scoreboard, and it'll show you like, oh, the Braves have a 54.2% chance to win against the Nationals today, something like that. And I'll use those numbers. I'll punch them into an odds calculator. I'm like, okay, the Braves should be minus 125 today. Stuff like that.
I see what you're saying. Well, the Mariners are still up 3-1. That's not super comfortable, but that's still winning. What's the total in that game? The under is way juiced. No, thank you.
Oh, bro, you see right down the street from me, dude. He stayed right down the street.
Well,
that's crazy. Small world, bro.
It's a small world.
Wow, we're gonna have to link up, man. For real. I love linking up with people in the chat because I started in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Like I was everywhere.
Yeah. Me too. That's how I got started with picks and parlays. Is they do this one, like it used to be live, now they're pre-recorded, but they used to do this thing called Total Chaos, which basically two handicappers go up against each other. They pick 5 games. You pick over under. Whoever gets the most right moves on to the next week. Or that's how it used to work. Now it's just rotational.
Well, that's how I started. I started more recently than all of you. And guess what show it was on, which is very similar to this one. Sort of the
Nightcap.
Yep. Nightcap with Cab was my first like link up.
Really?
And now I don't know. Now I'm on in all the shows, but I don't know. I probably need to lay off. I give everyone a hard time. That's kind of where it caught the eye because I'm making fun of everyone. But it's
so. Did you know about the meetup in San Antonio last year at the pub?
No, I didn't. I literally
I
after months after this was in May.
I would have loved to go to that.
The AC one's cool. It's just too far. I want them to do. Why don't a next one should be in Vegas or Southern California? That would be a spot for. I mean, that everyone wants to go. I mean.
Plus, they got a lot of people in California.
Yeah, we could create one. We all could just meet up on our own. We don't have to have it like choreographed like that. It's like we all be like, "Hey,
I'm down. I'm down. I will probably the next. I will probably anything that happens in Texas. I'll probably go to the next one there. AC. I've been to AC before. That's a stretch for me, and I have another job. And right now, as Nick knows, it's this past 2 weeks have been fucking crazy. I'm trying to land a big client, so I've been traveling a lot, but I'm in a hotel now, obviously. But anyway, I want to fucking bet these Dodgers. Let's find a way. It's Dodgers are minus 135. It's still too. I should have taken it at minus 130. I should have done it.
Dodgers today or tomorrow?
Today.
Wow.
I'm gonna get another bet in. Here's a crazy thing. The total on that right now is 3.5. Is this a good look? 3.5 under minus 120 for that game.
What I would do is if this remains 0-0, I would look to grab an over 2.5.
So I want to wait one more inning,
like the 8th, and hope this goes to extra innings and both teams get a run in the 10th.
Yeah,
that would be the look for me. How I would approach that.
I think if one more inning goes by, I'm going to take the under. But it's going to be. This is the thing. It's going to be more juiced. It just got locked. So,
were we done going over football?
We're not done. We got 3 more games. We're just dicking around. I mean, you got stuff to do. I forget you guys are in way further time.
Yeah, you're 2 hours.
Yeah. Let's finish football. Pats, Packers. Go ahead.
I don't have a play on this game at all.
I have the Packers at 7.5 point favorites. It's at minus 10. I just don't. I don't have faith in this Patriots team at all, in any way.
Yeah, I mean the Packers are at home, so I guess I could lean to them, but
I might take this for Circa though. It's just too. I need to have big dogs in Circa.
Yeah, I don't want to trust my money with these teams. The Patriots have 8 turnovers. Packers have 5, so they both turning the ball over.
The line dropped.
And they're both averaging 16 points a game. They're both 5 of 12 on third down averaging. So it's no advantage, in my opinion, for these two teams at all. Except the quarterback. I guess the quarterback is the advantage. Aaron Rodgers.
I don't – I mean, maybe the under – it's at 40.5 and 39.5. The under might be a look, but I think 10 points is too much. I think the spread's too big.
For the Patriots?
Yeah. No, for the
yeah.
I think this game could be a touchdown game or 6 points or 9 points or I'm looking at it I'm going to cap it a little bit more. And granted, I can off my index, I'm getting 2 points of value right away. So let's see the Packers. Let's just jump into this real quick. We'll look at their stats and then we'll move on. But I think I like this game now that I'm looking at it. The New England Patriots team stats.
Who's their backup? Because Mac Jones is out, right? Sprained ankle, high ankle sprain. So they're coming with their backup with the Patriots.
Brian Hoyer.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been there before. I mean,
I've had Hoyer before on my team as well.
Yeah. So the Patriots they give up 23 points a game. That's 22nd. They score 16. They're just not scoring. That's a problem. The Packers are having problems scoring too. Their rush defense is 19th, which is horrible, but their pass defense is 8th. That's interesting. But granted, the Packers don't have a great pass. I don't think there's an edge enough. Let's look at it. I don't think there's an edge enough for the Packers because the Packers have 2 really good running backs, right? Probably the second best duo besides the Browns, or maybe the Eagles have just a good all around attack. What are the Patriots doing? Not the Patriots. What are the Packers doing on offense? So the Packers have the 6 fewest points, but this is the thing. Packers are scoring 16 points and giving up 15. That's exactly their defense is holding them. Rush defense is 18th, and their pass defense is 7th. I don't think this is the thing. I don't think there's a compelling enough reason for the Packers to be a 9.5, 10-point favorite.
Absolutely not.
I agree.
So I'm making this an official circa play. I'm on the Patriots plus whatever the line. It's going to be 9.
And I think you can get double digits for this game.
If you bet it. That's just a circa thing. You're going to get 10. You can get 10 places.
Yes. Here's actually my look on that game. And I'm hoping that the Patriots do get bet.
Dodgers minus 115 betting it.
Fuck it, I'll join in on that one.
I didn't even look at where they're at and who's on base and all that, but it's
what is it?
2 outs, bottom of the 6th. It's minus 115 Dodgers on the money line live.
Okay, let me see what
I'm going to take.
Actually, went to minus 125. I'm still taking it.
I'll do it too. I'll throw a couple bucks at that. Let's ride. Whatever.
You're locking me out? Don't do it.
I got in minus 125.
God, motherfucking damn it.
But one thing I'm looking for that Patriots game is
They have me locked out.
I think Hoyer is going to be the starter for that game. I'm hoping this goes to 10.5, and I'm hoping the team total drops to a 13.5 for the Patriots. I want to take that over 13.5 for the Patriots. They did that. They put up 14 against they put up 17 against the Steelers, which their defense is pretty good, and they put up 26 against the Ravens as well. So I think that they can put up 2 touchdowns against the Packers potentially. I'm also leaning over the total.
All right, I'm on it too. Dodgers minus 121 is what I got live.
All right, so that's our live ride of the night, right?
Yep, I'm in.
Taking the money. I got a minus 115. Please. Let's go. Yeah, minus 115. Fuck yeah. All right.
All right, now I'll put the game on.
LJ, I will too after this when we're done. LJ, you're off the Pats Packers.
Yeah, I don't find anything advantage in that game. So
Patriots in the over. Oh, didn't think about that.
Yeah, that I didn't think about. But you know what? Maybe I'll bet it again. Nathan Cerna, thanks for joining. Good to see you. All right, Browns Raiders.
Nathan in a Dodger blue.
Yep.
You mean Broncos Raiders?
Broncos Raiders, not Browns. Sorry, Broncos Raiders. Yeah.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
Read my fucking writing. Raiders are this. I want to talk about this game. Raiders minus 2.5. I have the Broncos as a 0.5-point favorite.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see the Raiders drop. No, hell no. Yeah. I ain't laying no points with no Raiders.
No. This is the thing. And even the indexes have the Broncos the Raiders too high. I think the Raiders are the worst team in this division.
Yeah. Raiders are the only.
I said that. I wondered why people were so high on them. They got a really good wide receiver, and they have a new coach. Like how can they? They're going to win the division? I mean, give me a break.
Yeah, the chemistry's not there yet.
Is it a plus 105? Am I betting this?
No, it's minus 110.
Minus 110. If it goes to plus money, we're on. By the way, we're on offshore books right now because I'm in a state I can't get. Yeah, if it goes to, it's not going to go to plus money because the Dodgers are going to score. So,
what's the Raiders' rush defense? Can you look that up for me?
I would
because the Broncos run the ball, 118 yards on the.
Well, yeah, because fucking Wilson looks like a deer in the headlights.
Yeah. So if their rush defense is bottom, then I'm definitely riding with the Broncos.
Raiders, Las Vegas. Why was I looking for Los Angeles? Wow, what a brain fart. That was a long, long time ago.
And the Raiders are
okay. So the Raiders score 21 points, 10th, give up 25 points, 24. So their differential's bad. Their rushing defense is right in the middle, 15 at 109 yards per game.
Okay.
Their passing is 26th. Let's look at the Broncos. What did the Raiders do well on offense? Nothing.
They only average 80 yards rushing.
My favorite play in this game is the Raiders team total under 23.5.
That's probably a really
Broncos defense is elite.
Let me write that down. Under 23.5.
Yep. Broncos defense against the rush is 6th and against the pass is 3rd.
Yep. That sounds like the play right there. Broncos.
That is the play. There we go. Broncos.
All right.
Raiders team total.
Yeah, it's
under
3.5 is what I think I have written down.
23.5, and then I'm potentially making this
23.5, and then under 45.5 as well. I still don't trust Russ to cook.
What's it, 2.5 right now? This might be a circle play. It is 2.5. Can you get 3? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. 2.5 plus
3 definitely matters.
3-0 what?
I was going to say 3 definitely matters.
It does, but Circa's going to be what it is. We don't know what it is yet.
Yeah, that's going to be tomorrow. We'll find that out.
Yeah, that's definitely a circle play. So what do I have for Circa? I've got the Cowboys, Cowboys, Steelers, and those are the only 2 locked in. Well, actually, I did not lock in another one, and the Pats plus some money. And the last game, we'll just sit and sweat out MLB after this. Chiefs-Bucks. Well, actually, there's 2 games. Chiefs-Bucks.
This game,
primetime game.
Are they going to play this game with the Storm?
Don't know.
Okay, I guess we can cap it.
It's a primetime game. You already know where I'm going.
Under?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I really like the Buccaneers defense, and it's kind of driving me a little bit towards the Chiefs team.
I was just going to say, Bucks defense, man. Number 1 in scoring defense, number 1 in takeaways.
I like the Bucks in this game in general. I like the Chiefs team total under 23.5 and the full game under 45.
Yeah, I could definitely, because both teams are horrible on third down.
Yeah, isn't Godwin still out, right? And Mike Evans, isn't Mike Evans?
Evans? He was only suspended for that one game.
Back. He's suspended.
Yeah.
Man, that just shows the power of Brady, man. He stuck up for him like his boy. Like he ran all the way over there, but he had some beef with that fucking guy though.
Yeah, they have a history.
Yeah.
Bucks defense is the best in football right now.
Yeah, but we know that. I mean, the Bucks and by the way, that's the play. It's probably a lock for me. Bucks and unders, because Tom Brady is having First of all, they're not running the ball. Leonard Fournette's not running the ball as well as he could.
Well, his weapons are getting hurt.
Yeah, and Tom Brady, even when he tries to throw a 40-yard pass, he's one of the quickest releases in football. He always was. He's having to arch back because he's old and frail. He looks like a skeleton. He needs to eat a hamburger, like I said. Speaking of, I need to order dinner.
Ooh.
What's he got to order dinner?
Yeah, it's a little late for dinner for me now. It's
You guys,
almost it's midnight my time. So.
Pick against the spread. Yeah, man, I'm looking at an under 2 in this game. I agree. Definitely. Because both offenses can't run the ball. And the Bucks have a great pass defense to where they can probably contain Mahomes. They don't give up big plays. Yeah. I'm with you. Under.
Yeah, I gave that out on picks and parlays today as the under.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. That's definitely. Oh, this is the segment I like to watch right here. This guy here. He makes picks. No, I was talking to myself. I'm watching ESPN right now. This is guy with Scott Van Pelt. He likes to make picks on the NFL.
Oh, SVP?
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like all the people who do that on ESPN don't actually know what they're doing with betting.
They're not handicappers. They're just sports watchers.
They're sports personalities that bet on sports.
I just like to see what they do and, say how stupid they be sounding. Just for TV. Because
you can see so much better sports handicappers on YouTube than you ever would on ESPN.
Obviously, because they're sports ESPN didn't put that. What's the show on ESPN where they handicap stuff? It's still not great.
Oh yeah.
What is it? There's during the day. I forget what it is. I'm too busy looking at
Yeah, no, I watch other people's stuff.
Oh yeah, well that's what we do.
That's what we do.
So what about the last game, the Monday night game, Niners and Broncos?
Probably another under.
Primetime game. You know where I'm
Another under.
Under. I mean, when we look at it, these are actually legitimate unders because the Bucs defense is elite, and then we look at Monday night, the Niners defense is elite.
Yeah.
It's one of the best defenses in football. If they had a fucking quarterback, they would be a top-end team. Jimmy Garoppolo or Trey Lance is not the answer. I know Jimmy Garoppolo brought them to the NFC Championship game in the Super Bowl.
And the Super Bowl.
He's not going to win a Super Bowl unless he has Tom Brady starting for him.
Maybe. Well, they would have won the Super Bowl except for Patrick Mahomes is a fucking beast.
Oh yeah, I was on the Chiefs that day. Oh, he's out. Got him.
All right.
Go back to the dugout, Machado.
Ooh boy.
He literally looked up at the second base umpire. I'm like, how? How am I out?
I'm a big ESB fan. Great.
Appreciate it. I know You're in the chat LJ. Every single day. Huge shout out to you. You're in the chat every single day.
He's all the time. Go follow LJ too.
Yeah.
LJ on Twitter.
LJ. We need to get LJ on an Earl Sports Bet show one of these days.
Yeah, absolutely. I haven't even been on an ESB show.
Well, yeah, it's because we stream at like 7 a.m. your time.
True. Fuck that.
It's 10 a.m. 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern. And we start around there.
Get LJ on LJ's fire. LJ has, LJ's trend stats are just ridiculous.
So that's 10 Eastern time?
Yeah, we start anywhere from 10 to 11, depending on.
So that'll be 9 my time.
Yeah, we start more like 10:30 to 11 rather than the 10 o'clock number range. Yeah.
Well, just shoot me the link.
Yeah.
What was the one that you guys were on something? Oh yeah, I think I was like waking up and I was when I was commenting on your show the other day. I think it was early morning. I watched so much YouTube. I don't remember what I watched, but all your shows are early morning. I thought you did an afternoon show. You're on Terry's show and stuff in the afternoon.
Terry's show in the afternoon. Game time decision at 5.
So y'all do 3 shows a day?
Dude, he does a million shows. He does. You're everywhere.
Wow.
I'm everywhere. I do ESB at 10 to 11 or whatever that time. I do on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. I record free picks for picks and parlays that I edit and post.
Okay.
And then I'll do Terry's show at 3, which that's gonna be bumped back to 4 soon. Sometimes I would do Terry's show at 3. He would do a hockey preview at 4. And then I have game time at 5, and then I'm done after that. I love what I do, so it's not work.
Hey, I get it.
This is what I do full time.
I can't wait to quit my job. So I'm ready to quit my job so I can do this full time.
Yeah, these guys
roll them safe
videos. It's just craziness.
Are
they the Dodgers are gonna be blocked out where I'm at because I'm in California. I'm gonna open up MLB.com.
Padres have men on the corners with one out now.
Yeah, I know. I saw that on the GameCast. No, I can get it. Hold on. Why? Oh well. But I guess we fucked off more money live betting again. All right.
I threw $12 at it.
Oh,
I was $12.50 to win 10. I put a small bet on it.
Yeah, I put 20 on it. I ain't tripping.
I can answer this question.
No.
You want to know why? Not because of his skills. Yes. That guy, when he drops passes and he has the sheepish smile on his face,
grin.
Smack that shit off of his face. You're a professional. You're making millions of dollars.
Popped him up on the infield. 2 out.
Nice. You're a tad bit in front of me. He's not. By the way, his skills are the truth. He is fast, but he drops too many balls, or at least this season. And that shit-eating grin, as Nick said, that bugs the hell out of me. Don't smile, especially like. What are you saying to your fans? Is that like an "oh, I'm sorry"? I guess that's kind of like an "oh, I'm sorry," but don't smile, please.
CD was also the guy, the player that when he was getting drafted, ripped his phone out of his girlfriend's hand, and that was made a meme.
Oh, and domestic abuse? That's not good.
No. His girlfriend tried to grab his phone off his lap when he got picked, and he immediately grabbed it and ripped it away from her.
Was he was with Kyler Murray? Was it Baker Mayfield or Kyler Murray? Right? Yeah, he was with Kyler Murray, I think, in Oklahoma.
Believe so.
I'm only asking because I heard the guy saying that earlier, and I said I'll take Diggs and Adams over him. Oh, I'll take a lot of guys over him. Are you kidding me? Oh, here's you want to know who in my opinion, and this is it might be a little bit of a fandom, the most dangerous wide receiver in the NFL. You guess
what? To say Debo
Samuel, by far. He can do more than any guy out there. He's Reggie Bush in college.
Reggie Bush in college.
An overall offensive player. I mean, if I had to pick an overall offensive player to catch the ball, run the ball, whatever.
Josh Allen, but that's
healthy, 100% healthy. Christian McCaffrey.
Oh no way!
That injury proneness is terrible. But when he's 100% healthy, the guy is one of, if not the best player in the league.
He's got athletic talent. He's just too small.
When was he 100% healthy? First year?
Yeah. The Dodgers got out of that.
The day he entered the draft, I mean, then he fell off a curb and hurt his ankle. I don't know. The guy just is a paper tiger, man. He just.
I don't know.
I don't know why his dad didn't tell him to be a wide receiver instead of a running back.
Okay, you need my picks, Dave, so I can go.
Yep. Yeah, you need to go.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll peace out in a few minutes here because it's already 12 a.m.
No. We need to go. So give LJ, lay it on us.
Texans +5.
Okay.
I don't want to bet on the Cardinals though. Can we do totals? Or
yes.
Okay, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm going to be giving out a bunch of totals.
Okay. What was that first under we talked? Bears and Giants. Under.
Oh, you're on the under?
Yeah.
Oh, I like the over.
Nah. Hell no.
You're good. I wasn't going to give that out anyway.
And Jets +3. That's me. Jets +3.
That's your best bet. I'm on the other side, but I'll not. That's one of my stronger bets, but I'll let you have it. Nick.
You let me have it? I can do another one if you want to have it.
No. I would cancel it out, but I don't. We'll put it on there. That's fine.
All right.
Go ahead, Nick.
All right. I'm picking out my place. All right. All three of them are team totals here. Let's do it. Yeah. I'll let you have the Lions because I know you really like the Lions. I'm going to pick out.
I have other plays, but you can.
I have three others that I like a little bit better. This first one, I'm going to put an asterisk next to, and I'm going to say wait for it to hit 13.5. Patriots team total over. I'm okay with 14, but wait, you might get 13.5.
Well, we have to do it for what the odds are now, so I'll just
then over 14 is fine.
Yep. Okay.
I'm going to go with the Raiders team total under 23.5.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs under 23.5 as well. Especially if they do play that game, the wins are going to be crazy.
All right. I'm going to go Cowboys -3. Can't believe I'm saying that.
You might be able to talk to me into that one there.
Yeah.
To playing.
I'm going to go with the Lions team total over 20. What is it?
I can get you a 27 on Bet Online -110.
I need to bet that now. And I would have said Steelers. I'm just going to go on record. I think the Steelers. That's one of my better bets. But that's the point of the show is to put our heads together. So okay. Oh, the other one's Patriots. Patriots +10.
Oh yeah. So we both gave out a Patriots play. I have the team total. You have the spread.
I was just saying we can be congruent with that. So
yeah.
Yep. Those are all really good.
I kind of like this week. I
do too. I like the problem is I like too many favorites, but
I realize that too.
Yeah, I mean I didn't take. I'm not going to take them though. So like I like the Cowboys. I like the Eagles. I'm probably betting them, but not making them like an official play, a circle play. But I do like a lot of dogs. I like the Patriots, the Steelers.
Steelers are not a dog. They're a 3-point favorite.
Oh, they are. You're right. I'm sorry. No, I was saying. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, favorites. Never mind. I thought you said dog. Never mind.
Yeah. The Eagles.
Because you said Patriots, and they're not a favorite. That threw me off.
I want to really like the Ravens, but I'm a little scared. I think
Ravens are something I might get to. I'm not 100% sure yet.
All right, well, that's the plays. We kind of talked about baseball. I think most of us are off. The only play for baseball, I'm going to look after this game's over at what to try to fade Mania first 5. So I might be on the Dodgers again tomorrow. The odds are going to suck. I'm gonna be watching this game. I think you guys both have to go. I'm gonna be sweating this.
Yeah, I'll be watching this, but I need to record videos, and I have an 8 a.m. class tomorrow.
No problemo.
Yeah.
LJ's got work and a family. We all got real lives, guys.
Yeah, imagine that.
So go ahead, LJ.
My life isn't completely handicapping sports yet.
No. None of us are. LJ, plug whatever you want over here.
Oh man, follow me at LJ from Houston at LJ Sports Media on Twitter. You can find me on YouTube, Raw Words Podcast. You can type that in. All my shows streaming right now. Like, subscribe. Also, you can follow me here at Nerd Talk on Wednesdays and Fridays with picks from Dave and Earl Sports Bets. Hopefully, I can get on their show as soon as time. And also, Sunday mornings on Pub Sports Radio, Betting with Jimmy, Sunday games. I'm there every Sunday, making plays, putting props in. So I'm all over the place, man. But like I said, hit me up, LJ from H-Town at LJ Sports Media on Twitter. DM me. I'll give my plays out. Any type of suggestions, anything y'all want to know. I'm an open book, transparent. just hit me up, man. And that's it.
Nick, you're up. Yeah. Earl Sports Bet Show every single morning. It starts anywhere between 10 and 11 a.m. I'm on Game Time Decision every single day at 5. You'll see me on Terry's show most of the days when I don't have class. And yeah, I'm kind of on just a bunch of different things and just out there. So I enjoy it. I try to do as much as I can.
Yep. And picks from Dave, Twitter, every day, every night, put out picks. Nerd Talk Wednesdays and Fridays at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. And tomorrow we'll give PSR another shout out. Tomorrow I'll be on the feed with Dutch for NFL. Are you coming on tomorrow, LJ?
The Daily Sesh?
No. The
Oh yeah. The Thursday night cap. Yeah,
so
I'll be on there.
We'll both be on the Thursday night game. Watch
Yeah.
PSR. They do live feeds for the Thursday night game, the Friday night. Well, actually, that conflicts with ours, but they do a Friday night feed for college. Saturday night live feed, Sunday and Monday. They're doing a lot of good stuff. Shout out to them. We'll shout out a couple guys, Brothers and Bets. Go follow them. They're nerds too. Who Bangin', and all of us. Guys, thanks for watching. We'll be back on Fridays, and let's get them tomorrow.
Let's do it.